Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today. Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Victory Drive Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Johnson, and this week we got on my good friends Jeremy and Travis from Buckstorm SD. That's right. You guys have probably heard of them. They've been on the Working Class Bowhunter podcast before, and I've had them on here really early on in Victory Drive days. So if you guys have heard of them before, then great. This one's a really fun one because we talk all about their stuff on YouTube, getting caught up on that, but also Travis, he is now a politician. He's on the South Dakota Game Commission, I believe that's what it's called. And we talked quite a bit about all of that this week as well. And also we dig into their outfitting business because not only do they run a premier YouTube channel, but they also do a lot of guiding in South Dakota, mainly elk, because in South Dakota, it's very hard to get an elk tag, even especially I think it's resident only actually. So, but even for residents, it's like a 20-year draw or something like that. So they have a very, very good, lucrative outfitting business in South Dakota for elk. And if you guys are South Dakota residents that are listening, and you guys have been putting in elk points, then check out Buckstorm Outfitting, and you'd also be featured on their YouTube channel. I think it's a really cool setup they have going on there with their clients and stuff. Is one part guiding service, another part capturing all of your memories and your big moments of the hunt and putting it out there on YouTube so you can show your family and your kids and your grandkids and your great grandkids. If YouTube's just around that long to have great grandkids. But obviously a lot of their clients are probably a little bit older because it takes so long to draw a damn elk tag in South Dakota that they might have grandkids already, especially if they got it done a little early in life, and then their kids got done a little early in life, and then those grandkids got done early in life. It's possible. So anyways, they're capturing memories and they're having a lot of fun doing it. So check out their YouTube channel if you guys haven't already, and stay tuned. This is a really fun episode. I had an absolute blast. So this is also came from, this was this is the second recorded episode we did on our Western tour out there when we went out to Idaho to record with Charlie Cox. If you guys haven't listened to Charlie Cox part 1, part 2 yet, go back and listen to that. It is an absolute blast. Those were some great episodes that came out of that conversation. And then we scurried on down to Rapid City, South Dakota to meet up with Travis and Jeremy and recorded this episode. And it was a lot of fun, like I said. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I know I sure did. And now on to some house cleaning business. Like always, Victory Drive is brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. Grizzly Coolers, they make grade A coolers right here in Decorah, Iowa, making American-made, Midwest-made products right here. And they're just a great company, great people. And if you guys are in the market for some coolers, I know it's getting to be pretty warm outside now, so you guys are probably thinking about hitting the lake, hitting the pond, hitting the rivers, getting some fishing in, or maybe if you're just outside camping or just tailgating or just wanting to grill outside and have a few beverages and not want to walk inside to your fridge every, 5 minutes or so, however long it takes to drink a beer. So check out Grizzly Coolers. They, like I said, great people and great products. So check them out. Use code WCB at checkout to save some money. And it also helps support the whole network. Honestly, it shows that, that as a network with Victory Drive, Working Class Boner Podcast, Hunting the Mason-Dixon, and Tackle and Tacos, it shows that we all care. We care about the people that support us. So check them out. Use code WCB. And also, if you guys want to directly help this channel out a little bit more, just on your own, and maybe you're not in the market for a cooler or anything like that, and you just want to help out Victory Drive because you like what I'm doing here, and you just want to help out a little bit, then check out patreon.com and search Victory Drive Podcast, and you'll find it. And it's right there. There's 2 different tiers. There's like basically a tip tier with a single shot. It's like $2.24. Then the backbone is $9.95. So you can get on there and support the show. And, I'd really love it. That'd be great. I love you guys. I love everyone that's on Patreon. And actually recently we just did, we're going to start doing this every year. I think we're going to do merch giveaways once a year. And it'll be random different merch. And this year's merch was very special backbone. It's only going to be for the backbone tier because let's face it, that's the main tier. Like I said, the single shot is like a tip jar, and the backbone tier is the main tier. Like that is the one. That's the big one. So if you guys want to help out the show, get on Backbone. And once a year, we're going to be doing Backbone member merch only. So this year was a very cool t-shirt that Ashley made and had made right here in our hometown. And actually, we have a screen printing shop nearby and got that done. It's actually Create. So if you guys are needing some screen printing done, Create in Osage, Iowa is a pretty awesome place. They made awesome shirts. They screen printed them for us, and then we sent them out to our Backbone members, and they turned out great. They have a sweet, sick-ass logo on the front, and then on the back it says, "Stay strapped or get clapped." I mean, let's face it, that's a good motto, especially for a firearms podcast. It's pretty sick. I mean, it makes sense. Make sure you have your gat on you, otherwise there's a possibility you're going to get clapped, and the world's not getting any less dangerous out there. Matter of fact, with all the mental health shit that's been going on, or all the crazy people out there, society is starting to fall. Society is falling. Get a gun. Fuck politicians. Buy a gun. Let's go. Get on Patreon, get your sick merch, and yeah, that's about it. So there's my spiel for that. And also, what else we got here? Oh, I'm back on Twitter. I'm back on X, or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it. X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm back on there, and I'm getting real aggressive in the comments and in the posts. It's really fun. So if you guys are on Twitter or X or anything like that, go ahead and find me and partake in the conversations there. And then obviously also on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. We're also putting more stuff on YouTube. So if you guys are out there wanting something to watch, check out our YouTube channel, Victory Drive Podcast. And that's pretty much about it, I think. Oh, we did just get done with the Working Class Bow Hunter shoot, the annual shoot. And I just wanted to get on here and thank everyone that showed up. Alexandra, she went out there and she wore her Backbone shirt, and I really appreciated seeing that. And Aaron Fedler, he also was out there wearing his Backbone merch, and it was awesome seeing the support, especially at something like that. You know, it was very fun to see and very nice, and it was nice getting to talk to each and every one of you that showed up to the shoot and then also the after party. So I really appreciate everyone showing up and showing out, and it was a great time. We had an absolute blast. Nothing but good times. Yeah, that's about it. I think that actually is it this time. So without further ado, please welcome Buckstorm Boys back in the studio and in the mobile studio. It was just a great time. So hope you guys enjoy this episode. I know I did. And thank you all for listening. Much love. That was fucking gay. I was at work a a couple weeks ago, and we were taking apart so we were remodeling the front of my work, so I work in obviously where the customers come in, like that front area, the office area, and we're taking apart these dumbass cubicles, and this is like, it's a pain in the ass because you have to get underneath it and like take some shit off, and stuff slips or whatever. And my boss is down there like taking out screws and shit, and he's like, "All right, hey, take the top off." I'm like, "Cool." So I took the top off, but the metal, like the heavy ass metal leg that I was on, is now loose. And he's like, "All right, take the countertop out, take the top off," took it off, and I just watched it fall. I'm like, "Oh no!" And he's just like, "Huh?" Shit, fucking hit him right in the corner of the eye. He's just like, "Oh." And right when he pulls his hand off his eye, I just see it like a cartoon. He's like, it starts bleeding. I'm like,
sounds like you didn't make an attempt to save it though.
Well, I couldn't. My hands full. So I was like, oh no.
Run.
The boss is about to get knocked out. Uh-oh.
Yeah. And as I said that, then it caught his attention. So he just looked up.
My wife's a workers' comp nurse, so
there
you go.
So does she have to like
you got a claim to make, or
My wife does, and it's a pain in the ass. Oh yeah. Workman's comp is the fucking worst.
it is.
workers' comp is terrible.
It is.
Does she have to like investigate?
No, she's a case manager nurse, so she a nurse gets assigned to, like, let's say you got hurt at work, then they'll assign a nurse usually to the more complex cases to make sure they're getting like the right care plan. And a lot of doctors take advantage of workers' comp, and they'll like order every test in the books, but that's not like protocol and maybe not necessary, like based on what they need done. So they're basically a patient advocate, but they go to their appointments with them. So if you got hurt at work and had to have like ACL surgery, she'd go to all your appointments with you. She'd get referrals to new doctors if needed.
So then the job isn't like, he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Fire him.
But also to make sure they get better so they can go back
That's
to work.
true.
And some of them don't want to go back to work.
Yeah.
But
I've seen, what's that show called?
I mean, I don't
you like
blame 'em.
Ashley?
What?
A show with all the fucking pieces of shit?
I watch a lot of shows like that.
No, like the real pieces of shit. Like, this is a show about being a complete degenerate. They're in Chicago.
Me?
Yeah. What's, you know what I'm talking about? Like the fucking, damn, that's not.
Is it a
I got
really
reality
not doing it
show?
very,
I
what?
don't watch.
Is it a reality show?
No, it's not a reality show. It's like
like Predator Hunter?
no, not quite that big of a piece of shit. Not Chris Hansen level, like what he's going after, but no, it's a show about like this family and they're just super dysfunctional. The dad's a huge piece of shit.
Oh, I think I did see that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so sorry.
Is it Travis's house?
Is it that?
Yeah.
Are they like on the East Coast somewhere?
Yeah, Chicago or Boston or something like that.
Okay, the one I'm thinking of is like a smaller community in like Virginia.
Oh, never mind.
They're like all in prison now.
Shameless. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, shameless.
Yeah, because the dad like would go to work for like a couple
Frank
of weeks,
Gallen.
and then he'll like get hurt at work, and be like, oh shit, I'm back on disability and workman's comp. Like, oh fuck, you know.
That's
And
like
he's like, I'm good for another
that
6 months.
the best show ever.
Yeah, but it's just like
Forgot
a bunch
about
of
that.
degeneracies. Like they're all
Yeah.
just pieces of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
Were you complaining about people not wanting to go to work, and then you just completely fucking quit? You didn't want to go to work.
Yeah,
Seems a little
pretty much.
hypocritical.
Yeah, pretty
It's just
much.
a little
Yeah.
critical.
Fuck this place. I'm quitting.
No, just wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah, well, I get it, dude. I do too. But sometimes you gotta fucking live as a slave before you become a master.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyways, Jeremy and Travis from Buckstorm. Thanks for coming in, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
thanks for having us.
Yeah. So, you were kind of alluding to it. You no longer work as a car man.
I don't.
You ran
I
you
don't.
wrote the loans before, didn't you?
No,
You were a
I-
salesman?
I was a
You were a
salesman.
salesman.
I was
years
his
ago.
boss. So
Weren't
I
you
was
like the
sales
finance
manager.
guy?
No.
Oh,
I was
thought you were
sales
the one-
manager.
Sales manager. Oh, okay.
He didn't stoop that low.
Well, that's why. Okay, all right. So we were talking earlier. I'm like, oh yeah, because Ashley's like, I can see Travis is writing loans.
No, I mean, I did. I pretty
He
much
looks like a loan
did
guy.
everything but write them half the
Yeah.
time. But no, I just worked the numbers side of things.
Okay, but you were a salesman first, and then you became the manager.
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
I was a salesman for a few years, and then I was in management for like 8 years. I was there for 12 years total.
Mm.
But it was time. It was time. It's hard to juggle. I mean, the only way made Buckstorm work is midnight, 3 a.m., a couple days a week to keep the episodes consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it's gotten to a point where it's justifiable, and I got some side gig ideas to make a little side money during the slower times, but spend more time with the kids. They'll be gone in 10 years already, so enjoy it while we can.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Our daughter's going to be gone a lot shorter than that. What, we got 5 years left? 8 years? No, 5.
She graduates in
5 years.
2031.
Fuck.
She's 13.
I got 2 13-year-olds.
Yep. It just seems like just the other day they were tripping on their own shoelaces. Now they're about ready to drive a fucking car.
I'm not going to let her drive next year. I already decided. I'm like, it's not happening. There's
Mine
just
talk
no
about it all
way
the
you're
time.
ready.
Oh, really?
It's like, no, you can't even get down the stairs.
I told
You're
Charlie.
not driving.
Right? I told Charlie that. I'm like, you're going to be driving like next year. And she's like, oh, no. I don't want to drive. She's like not excited for it, that responsibility.
Well, maybe that's okay.
Yeah.
For a short while, anyhow.
Yeah, well, eventually she needs to fly the coop,
Yeah.
But it's not good to keep them stuck at home forever.
Mm-hmm.
Time.
Well, and it frees you up when you don't have to run them everywhere.
Well, we already don't really do that because we moved into
We moved
town.
to town.
Oh, perfect.
So we live in.
She has a scooter.
Yeah.
One of them.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Motherfucker goes like 25 mile an hour.
I actually
Those
found
like
out.
More
scooters?
dangerous than a car.
Yeah.
It's 100% more dangerous than a car.
I just learned this. We went to the school to pick it up. We live like 3 blocks from the school, and it was after dark. I was like, oh, I'll walk with you and ride it back. She's like, you can ride it. I got on that sucker. I'm like, you're riding this thing around on the roads. And she didn't have a helmet either because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't think it went that fast. So we went and bought her helmet, and I'm like, yeah, this is more dangerous than getting behind a wheel because just zip around on those things.
She let me, when she brought it over to our house, I was like, all right, let me hop on that bed. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I need to see what it can do. So I jumped on the thing, I fucking goosed her. I'm like, okay, like it's not bad. I got up to like 13 mile an hour. I'm like, that's not a big deal. And I was like, hammer down. And I'm like, okay, cool. Here you go, honey. I didn't take into consideration that she's like
Way lighter than
100 pounds maybe, and I'm 260 pounds. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. Like, totally safe. It doesn't go that fast.
I got on that sucker and I was going like 25 miles per hour and I was booking it. And we live in town. So like each block, there's like divots.
Oh, shit.
So you got to kind of ride them. I'm like, this is wild.
Yeah.
Time to get it.
I did show her how to bunny hop on that thing though.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, take this. I'm like, sorry, go. I'm like, what? God.
You
She's
did
like, oh my gosh,
not.
Dad, don't do that.
Just
Like, I
breaking
did
in
it.
the suspension.
I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have suspension too. It's pretty sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but so she's already pretty much like self-reliant. She's like, I want to go to grandma's, and she
Perfect.
goes.
Yeah. She can wait a couple years to drive.
Yeah. But I also don't want her to be like, there's a guy that I met in the Army. He was 31 at the time, and he's never driven before in his life.
That's crazy.
Yeah, New York.
I mean, if you're from a big city, that makes sense.
Yeah, New York. You just don't drive anywhere. He's like,
Yeah.
I just walked everywhere my whole life. And I joined the Army. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like in Iowa, you're driving at like 4, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah, my 8-year-olds were driving the side-by-side around the other day.
no, yeah.
I mean, they got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, South Dakota, there's so much shit to do on side by side too.
Right.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
always ripping and roaring around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But anyways,
good times.
let's get back to it. So you're full time Buckstorm now.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. You
Jeremy.
have been for 2 years.
Well, kind of. So the first time I left, I ended up having like a part-time job on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then they asked me to come back, and I was more seasonal. So I was off in the falls. It was kind of a sweet gig, really. Off in the falls. So during guiding season when we're busy, I didn't have to worry about work,
Mm-hmm.
and off on weekends. So I was basically just working during the week. So it was a pretty sweet gig, but the car business is the car business. I mean, you're there till 7, 8 o'clock. You leave when you're done for the day.
Mm-hmm.
You don't leave when the time hits a certain time. So it'll be nice being able to focus on one thing. So wearing 3 different hats and just very time consuming, and see where we can take this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's one of those things where it's like if you don't jump on it and try,
Yep.
then you'll look back and be like, damn,
You'll
Right.
never know.
Well, and
damn, dude.
I just think we've kind of like stalled our process. Like,
Mhm.
you know, if I would have done this 4 years ago, we might be 4 years ahead right now, you
Mhm.
know? But when you put not half effort, but as much time as you have to give, which isn't a lot of time, and you make time for it, but there's only so much time.
Yeah.
especially with kids getting older, activities, just trying to juggle it all. You can be a lot more productive during the day
For sure.
than you can at midnight.
Yeah. After working all day, then you
I'm
get
in
home
bed at
and go,
midnight.
fuck, I guess I'm going to go do this thing.
Exactly.
Because what do you do for Buckstorm besides just get on camera? Do you edit or anything like that?
No, I did
Personality.
long time ago, but now it was difficult because I would do it, but he had his own ideas, and so it'd go change. And
What he's trying to say is I was a dick.
he was a little bit of a dick.
I don't blame you, dude.
No.
Personally, in my opinion, I think it's better to have just one editor. That
Oh,
does all of it,
absolutely.
because it's like, then you're going to do it your way, and then it's going to look a little bit different.
Well, then, like, I'm more of, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, if he wants it changed, I'll go change it. He's kind of hard-headed, so it was
I
better in
felt
his
bad because I'd be like,
no, he didn't. Don't.
4 minutes, 22 seconds,
I'd get a long list of maybe you should
5
change
minutes,
this.
37 seconds.
And I was working on the road doing them at midnight in a
right.
hotel, and I'd
Like, this
send it to
fucking-
him, and I get a list of shit. I'm like, you
Hotel
fucking do
Wi-Fi,
it.
tried to export it, good times. But
It's like when your wife has to do laundry and you're just like, do it all shitty.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess I can't do it then.
Yep.
I guess you better just do it.
well, and Ashley, I mean, it's hard to organize.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay organized, let alone
Mhm.
trying to organize a second person. So, like, you kind of have to have one person doing the editing.
Yeah.
And sure, could we hire someone to do it? Sure. But I just like,
He'd bitch about that too.
when you're there and you kind of know what happened, it's easier to tell a story. It's authentic, it's real,
Mhm.
which is what our videos have always been. They're not overproduced, they're not over edited. It's just how it happened, when it happened, where it happened, with who it happened, and there's there's not BS clips in the middle that weren't even from the hunt. It's just whatever we get, and that's what we got to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it keeps it more authentic, like you're hunting with your buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And when you give that footage over to somebody, they might not really know what to do with it, or they might make it prettier. They might put more hero shots in there, but they might not even be legit hero shots. So we don't recreate anything. We just get what we get. The camera's just along for the ride. And sometimes we don't always get everything on film, but you can usually tell a story. Even if you miss the kill shot, you can still tell a story. So
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah. And I personally like that kind of, those kinds of videos myself, because
Mhm.
when they're overly edited, I'm not saying like anything bad about like anyone that does it, like really pretty shots. So either that I also like to watch that stuff too. So,
It has its
yeah,
place.
but it's just like,
For sure.
it's one of those things where it's like, if everyone's just doing the same shit all over and over and over, and like hunting content or hunting videos, you can only get you can only do so much.
Oh,
with
yeah.
it. Like that's like super different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you make it a little bit prettier. Like Heartland Waterfowl, their shit looks fucking phenomenal. Like they're like movies, like not movies, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
shots
like
are
a
filmed perfect.
feature
Cinematic.
film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the slow mo and
Right.
super high, super crisp. Like everything's like perfect.
Yep.
And you watch it, like that's really pretty and fun to watch. And like Donnie Vincent, I think he does the same kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Super.
And I have mad
Super pretty.
respect for that. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
it's a
There's
time
a lot of work
commitment,
that
but
goes into
it's-
that.
Work.
I mean, you got extra camera people behind the scenes. I mean, one person can't make that
No.
work. It's just not possible. And then with what we do with our guiding piece, I mean, a big chunk of our hunting is guiding once in a lifetime elk and bighorn sheep hunts.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm going to do is be like, hey, yeah, you're paying us to take you hunting. I'm paying a cameraman to come along and film your hunt. And you need to do what he says. Like, this is your hunt, and the camera's just along. And like a lot of people get nervous, and they're always like, "Oh, do you have to film it?" And I'm like, "You won't even know I'm filming
Mm-hmm.
because I just video, like authentic video, as the hunt goes and unfolds." And some of them get a little camera shy, but it's fine. Eventually, they warm up to it, and I'll just do little talking scenes in between when we're walking to and from places and try to make a storyline of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But, in the moment, like I'm still guiding first, filming second. So I'm like, if they have a threshold of a bull, for example, they're trying to shoot, the camera gets put away for a minute while I'm making sure, it's not like, oh, I got to get it on film. Hold on. It's like,
Right.
if we get our shot, we're taking it. And if I don't get it, that's on me.
Well, that's kind of got to be, because you guide too, don't you?
Mhm,
Yeah.
yep.
So that's got to be kind of a tricky deal. And you also record
Yes,
your
yep.
video. And
Yeah, that's the hard
Yeah,
part
yeah.
is like we're in front of the camera, behind the camera, and we're guiding at the same time.
That's gotta be
So
hard, dude.
and every person's different. Some people are really, really into it, and so it's not weird to film. And some people you get different walks of life, and you get an older guy that has no idea what's going on, and it kind of makes it a little awkward sometimes. Yeah. But there's a fine line between like, this guy's paying me to guide him, but I also kind of want to get it on film. So it's in every person's different. It's always interesting.
The cool thing is, even the guys that aren't interested, they always appreciate the video so much. Like after the hunt,
when it's done,
a few months later, I send them a link. I'm like, hey, this video is airing on Wednesday. And I send them a link so they can watch it first. And every one of them, and even if they were like super skeptical about the video, they just think it's the coolest thing. Like they send it to their friends, their family. A lot of times they have like all their relatives over for the premiere night.
Yeah.
And so it started as them not being important to them, but now their hunt's over and they know they're probably never going to be able to do it again, especially in South Dakota, because it's such a limited draw for all these tags that we guide. So now they have that little memoir. So they get to relive it. And to me, that's almost more rewarding than anything, I mean,
for sure.
Just being able to relive it, show your friends and family. Obviously, you can't take all your buddies on a hunt with you. You can't have 40 people running around the woods with you.
Right.
So,
some people do, but.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've seen Born and Raised. They do.
Yeah. I mean, we've taken quite a few, so I guess.
Yeah.
But we let them bring who they want to share their hunt with, and if that's 8 guys and we can figure out a way to make it work, we'll make it work. Might be a little more challenging, but as long as they're up for the challenge, I don't mind.
Yeah. So it seems like it makes, for me personally, I think that'd be super cool. It's like a really cool niche of like guiding and videoing. It's kind of like when I did the Hunt Wars thing where I'm like, okay, yeah, I knew what I was getting myself into first, so I put in for it and everything else. But like, be able to go back and like watch that kind of stuff, and like when we put shit on YouTube as sporadically as we do, it's kind of one of those things too, where I think about like, I don't know, maybe YouTube isn't around or that kind of stuff isn't around forever.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we have like terabytes upon terabytes of hard drives of like memories that like, my daughter can go back and be like, hey, look at how dumb your grandpa was.
Look how cool
5,
we were.
We're making a bunch of dumb gay jokes on a podcast,
We don't need to talk about that.
Yes. Oh, I love
Don't get that started again.
Yeah, we'll try to take this one a little different direction than that last time.
Yeah, right.
I got to go listen to it now.
Oh, it was good.
I believe it.
I remember it being awesome.
It was fun. We laughed a lot. It was a good time.
It was awesome at the time, but
just authentic hunting camp
like
talk,
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Did I really say that out loud?
I do those all the time now. Like that's like half of the podcast is like that.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Well, that's honestly in today's world, I feel like people would rather just laugh and enjoy a conversation, than have a structured conversation. A lot of times, there's a time and place for it, obviously.
Well, that's kind of what I do here. Cause like I do my like solo stuff every once in a while.
Yeah,
that's very structured and like has a lot of I do a lot of research on like all that kind of stuff. But then also like when I come with guests and stuff like that, a lot of times, depending on who it is, I'll like structure it a little bit differently depending on who it is, but it's like, this is like you guys, like we're just friends hanging out.
Exactly.
And like having a good time. Like I think people need that break from reality, especially with so much other shit going on in the world today. It's like you need to be able to tune in, tune out kind of thing,
100%. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Was the last episode when Charlie and I came up at that hunt camp?
No. That was what we're talking about is when Sky and I came over to hunt prairie dogs.
Is that when he pooped and you have the video? Okay. Yep, that one.
He pooped on the road.
It was
during TAC, our local TAC event. We were up there shooting TAC at a cabin and we were like, why don't you guys come up for the night? I can't remember if you guys stayed the night or not, or if you just stopped by, but I think you stayed the night.
We stayed the night.
There was a lot of alcohol involved.
Yeah, I don't think we were able to drive.
I think my kids were there. I'm pretty sure, weren't they?
I think so.
In the morning.
For part of
they were in bed by then, but they were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's still kind of fuzzy when I woke up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm like, oh, shit.
That happens.
Yeah.
It's like,
it was
gotta go climb the mountain and shoot bows now.
Yeah.
It's not really the best thing to pregame for.
No. No. In TAC, that's probably like half of the people in South Dakota at the TAC event were probably like hungover half drunk.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine.
Well, part of the fun of going to stuff like that is sitting around and BSing like this. I mean, just catching up with buddies, and the social aspect of it is probably just as fun as the actual challenge and shooting and the rest of it,
Does TAC come to South Dakota every year?
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yep.
It's a little ski resort we have up in near Deadwood. I mean, it's fun. We haven't been for a couple of years, but
yeah, and Deadwood's like a mini
Vegas,
like mining town, so it's kind of a neat spot. So like people coming to visit, it's kind of a destination. So if they want to come and make a 4 or 5 day trip out of it, they go shoot TAC and go check out Deadwood and probably lose a bunch of money. Yeah.
We went through there at night, like when we were coming back, but we were hunting prairie dogs. Then we wanted to coyote hunt, so we coyote hunted too. And then it's just like, coyotes weren't really playing games. So we were sitting there, we had full intentions of camping. And then all three of us were just like, fuck this, let's go. Let's go get let's just see how far we can drive and get a hotel or something, or maybe we can make it at Matt's house. I don't know.
Yeah.
Start driving, we're like, oh shit, we're all like super tired. Actually, it's the middle of the night. Try to get in a hotel in like Deadwood and Sturgis and everything else, and we just could not get a room. I guess they were doing like a Corvette fucking
rally
or something like that.
Those are a big deal around here.
Yeah, and we're like, what? We're like, why is there no rooms? Like, there's a big Corvette rally going on. We're like, what?
What the fuck?
Yeah. There's that many people with Corvettes around here? They come from all over, man. This is insane.
Kind of a tourist trap here in the Black Hills. It's like crazy overpopulated almost in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the fall, it's like, where'd everyone go? Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Right when hunting gets good and the elk start bugling, the people leave.
Mm-hmm. We were thinking about that when we were coming here from Mount Rushmore. It's like, it's not really super busy right now. Like, but we were just thinking like, geez, it's got to get fucking, people got to get real sick of this, like touristy stuff every year. But then you get a little break, I guess.
You just kind of know, like certain weekends, you just stay out of the hills.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, like if you lived in Colorado and you're going up in the mountains, it's worse every single day than it is here, even in the peak of tourist season. So we got it pretty good for now because we don't have a million people right on the edge of our little mountains, but there it's just so crowded that you can never get away from it.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because I lived in Colorado Springs for like 4 years, and like it was constant. Like the summertime, there's people all over the place all the time because it's summer and they're in the mountains and hiking and doing that stuff. And in the winter, they're all out there like trying to ski and stuff.
Yep.
So it's like an all year thing in those mountains. It's just like, so you just kind of
going,
get used to it. You don't really have a dead time.
Really the only time that you have to dodge in the Black Hills is the Sturgis rally, unless you're into riding motorcycles.
There used to be a show about that, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah.
I remember watching that, like, I don't know, high school about Sturgis Falls. What was that guy's name? It was some skis ball.
Was it on TV?
Yeah.
Like TV?
Was it like not CMT or something? You guys know what show I'm talking about?
There's a Full Throttle show.
Full Throttle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what I was thinking
That's
of.
the real deal.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
Is that far from here?
No. It's
You'll drive
30
through
minutes.
there when you go to Spearfish.
Well, we didn't know we were going to go through Mount Rushmore today, and we stopped there. So maybe we'll
Yeah.
go get you a Sturgis Motorcycle Rally shirt.
Yeah, they're probably on sale right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're pretty
From
cheap.
last year.
Yeah.
$5, 3 for $15.
Sturgis 2025.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then wear around like, oh, you went to Sturgis last year? Like, no.
No.
I actually got that this year.
Yeah. Bargain shopping.
Yeah. It was $8, dude. Come
But
on.
when we're out scouting, so that's always like the first week of August every year. And so we're pretty hot and heavy into elk scouting then and doing cameras, and we call them hunting chores. And you got to go like early in the morning and dodge anything with pavement on it. Like there's ways that you can take gravel most of the way from rapid. You just have to
fucking dumb.
You have to take that because
dumb.
you'll like try to be turning on the highway and there'll be like 400 motorcycles.
Oh,
you can't even
shit.
turn. They ain't gonna let you in.
No.
They're doing like a poker run or something. I mean, you're stuck. So that's really the only time of year that you really got to watch it. Otherwise, it's tolerable.
Is that fun? You guys ride motorcycles?
I had one for a while. It's not that fun.
I was gonna say, I feel like it wouldn't be like that much fun, like surrounded by
I mean,
bikers.
No.
to each their own. I guess to some people, that's their hunting. And
That's
that's
true.
what I always
People think we're
like,
stupid because of how much hunting we
Yeah.
do. But
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
They probably are like, those guys think it's fun sitting around talking about hunting and going hunting all the time. Like, I just want to go get on my hog and ride it.
just
I
like
just want to crank my hog, dude.
It's like the Corvette guys. They're into
No
their
offense
That's
to
true,
the
that's true.
bikers of the world. I mean, whatever. But
You're right. No, it's right. Yeah, it probably is to each their own kind of thing. But I get the thrill of riding a motorcycle because I had one when I lived in El Paso. But
mhm.
in El Paso, you can ride comfortably like 9 or 10 months out of the year. You know,
Yeah.
There's a couple months where it gets kind of chilly, but
Yeah.
outside of that, you're good.
These dudes are riding from like California, Florida, on their motorcycle.
Other
to
countries,
Sturgis.
like
That's
other
wild.
parts of the world, they fly in, rent bikes. I mean, they're everywhere. And it's great for like the economy out here.
Oh yeah,
And it's insane. Like the amount, I think, what is it, like 400,000 or 500,000 people?
Yeah.
Whoa,
And it's a town that what's the population?
Like 30, not even 30,000,
it's
like
bad.
10,000, I think.
What?
Yeah.
You get 400,000 or 500,000.
Yeah, I mean,
people out
they
here
don't all
Sturgis?
stay there, but they stay all over the place. I
Who-
mean, there's
who started
campgrounds that
Sturgis?
literally make their entire year in 1
Uh-huh.
week. Like, there's all these businesses that make their whole year in 1 week. A lot of, like, if you go to Sturgis right now, half the stuff is closed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's only open during the rally. Like, people will rent some of these business places, and they're not even open the rest of the year. Or they might only be open for the summertime.
Yeah,
It's just,
That's
it's
how a lot
bizarre.
of stuff is around here.
that's the business to have, though.
Yeah. We have a lot of
No,
like,
I'm open for
tourist
1
businesses.
or 2 weeks a year, dude. Come on,
That doesn't
now.
sound so
Yeah.
bad.
Well, then you get like nice weather. Like a few weeks ago, we were up in the hills and I took the kids up to Custer State Park and we went hiking. And then I'm like, oh, we'll go mini golfing in Keystone by Mount Rushmore.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, oh, it's only April. They're not even open yet. But, it's like a bluebird 75-degree perfect
Mhm.
day.
Mhm.
So you don't think about it. But their seasonal help's not here yet.
That's true.
So they can open yet.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had to find something else to do. But there's an arcade there that's open year round. So, of course, it got a little more expensive.
I thought it was bad when I was in college and I always bartended, and I worked in a town that Ragbri came through and had an overnight stay, and I thought that shit was
No.
wild. I mean, that's like
What is it?
Ragbri. It's bicyclists and they ride across the country.
Yeah.
That's worse than motorcycles.
worse
At least
than
those have
motorcycles.
motors.
They're fucking
Yeah.
Fuck that.
assholes. Let me
They're-
tell you, I did not anticipate, like, I'm ready to make money. We're all like geared up. Fuck no. All these hipsters on their fucking bikes would come in, and the bar I worked at the overnight stay, brand new build. The building was like 2 years old, maybe. And he had gotten all this custom artwork done by a local artist. They come in with Sharpies. And
No.
yes, on all the bars, they come in with Sharpies. They write all over shit. They want to put their name on stuff. And I had a little like shitty townhouse
Like-
that I rented. What?
No, you're good.
And I was like kind of in the middle. I fucking woke up in the morning. There's just people camped out all in our yard. Like no knocking ass, just people, their bikes, their shit, their sleeping bags. They're assholes. And then they leave the town and the whole town is trashed. Garbage
Jeez.
everywhere.
Just pedal on out of town.
Yeah,
See you
they
later,
piss
buddy.
in the streets. Like terrible experience with Ragbri.
Yeah, Ragbri kind of sucks when it comes around. It's annoying.
That reminds
They're-
me.
They're not like bikers when they come around. Like I don't know, probably fight or maybe they'll shoot someone. I don't know, whatever. But it's like
There has been a few.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Right.
You know, like I get that. But
Establishing the
cyclist-
pecking order.
I'm like, yeah, it's the cyclist stuff. I
It's
don't
their
know.
tight shorts they wear.
Yeah.
Restricting blood
Yep.
flow to their brain.
Ah.
The fuck out of the road.
That's like the only time we experience tourism in our areas when Ragbri comes through. And it's like it's not every year either. It's every so often.
It comes through every year, but they
Not our area though.
no. I mean, ish. It usually it's going on, but they select different cities for overnight stays.
Yeah. There you go.
And yeah,
Well, I did meet some bicyclists. How do you say that?
Cyclists?
We're going to call them mountain bikers because these guys were not on road bikes when we were elk hunting last year. And initially I was pissed because we pulled up to listen for bugles in this one spot. Like we drove, it was an hour before light. We drive to the spot, listen, don't hear anything. Drive to another spot, it's getting closer to light. I get out and there's like a concert going on in a meadow.
oh, no.
Like literally
Hey, what
bumping.
the hell?
And I'm like, what the heck? So we drive down there. I'm like, what is going on? And there's these people camping. There's like 4 different vans like stacked with mountain bikes.
Granola,
And they're all getting up for the day, and they got speakers set up, and they're just blaring music. I mean, they're just having a good old time. They don't know that there's a giant bull living on the ridge right next to them. And now I'm like, fuck, come on, man. Well, they left, and we met them on the road.
Is that what you said to him? Come on, man.
Something like that. We stopped on the road. They were asking how to get to a city that I won't say because it'll give away where we were elk hunting. Not a city, a little spot in the road. And so I told them, and they were super cool. They're like, were we too loud this morning? And I'm like, no, it's fine. You guys are leaving. They'll still be there. And sure enough, we almost killed that bull that morning.
Oh, really?
Later that morning, he was screaming. He was just one ridge over.
Nice.
So those guys were cool.
Yeah.
Road bikers,
they're all
to
assholes.
each their
I'll
own.
say it.
Yeah, perfect.
Every one of them. Get the fuck on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I got places to be.
Right? We don't have a whole lot of big cyclist stuff around us, but whenever I do see them, I'm like, dude,
Get off
such
the
a small,
road.
how does
Yeah.
such a small person take up so much space?
Well, these cities spend millions of dollars on sidewalks
Yes.
and bike trails.
Well, and not
For a
just that
reason.
too, but like in the cities too. Now every road has to get a little bit narrower so they can have a bike path.
Bike
Yeah.
path.
a bike lane. Yeah.
Then they're still in
like-
the fucking road.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
dude,
I don't know why
What are
you
you
want to
doing?
be in the road.
you get mad at me if I'm driving
The
it.
car will win every time.
Yeah.
10
Get
out
out
of
of the
10
way.
times the car wins. So,
Yep.
like, get on the sidewalk. But I don't know.
Yeah. I always feel like people should yield to the stronger thing. You know? Like if you're driving a car and the light's green and a pedestrian walks out in front of you, it should be their fault if you hit them. You know, you should
Yeah.
look both ways, dude.
I agree.
You know,
Yep.
but you're jaywalking, so come on now,
Exactly. Yeah.
come on, man.
And they probably sit there and be
Oh, man.
like, I can't believe these guys go out and shoot things when I can buy my meat at the store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. Yeah, you guys are mean for.
I don't want
that.
that life.
No. So, okay, let's turn this back around. So, Jeremy, you don't do Buckstorm full time.
Not full time. No, just basically during the hunting season.
So, what are you doing now? Are you still at the car dealership?
No, I left that 2.5 years ago. I
Did the same time Travis did?
after he did,
After you did, okay.
Yep. and now I'm at a small local shop,
Okay.
The-
Nice.
service advisor, manager, basically. So
Okay.
best damn shop in South Dakota.
It's true. This place is awesome. Like it's like a community. Like you'd never think that like a tire shop could be so wrapped into a community.
Mhm.
But like, I mean, you just walk in there and you immediately know like everyone that works there is friends. Like they do a ton of stuff for like Rapid City and the Black Hills communities, donating money and
Mhm.
like whatever it might be, getting involved, getting kids interested in working on cars and learning how to do brakes. And they do a big camp drive event every year. And
That's cool.
it's
It's kind of a
It's
funny
quite the
story
place.
because he was actually one of my customers. I sold him trucks, and then I was guiding in October, and he had sent me a text. I just sold him a truck, and he sent me a text, and he's like, "I know you do a lot of hunting, so you can take off as much hunting or time off for hunting as you want." And so I was like, I might try that, and it was a good decision. And now they are very good to me. I can take off about any time I want
awesome.
to do the Buckstorm thing. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm not going to, I won't take, 2-3 months off in a row, obviously, because they treat me really well, but it gives me the time to go. We go to Kansas. We do I take 2 weeks off in October and then bear hunt next year. So
Yeah.
it's a good deal.
That's
So
awesome.
works out perfect where he can do it full time and I can pitch in when I can. And I'm a little more busy than he is. I got 4 kids as opposed to his 2. So my
True
days are
story.
getting more and more limited now because of that. But
Man, and they start getting older and they start getting into like
Mhm.
sports and other
Uh,
activities and everything else.
every weekend it
Time for-
seems like that.
Yeah.
But they know fall time. Dad's probably not going to be at that soccer game. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kids actually informed me, which I don't know. This was like hard to swallow the other day. They were like, Dad, we don't like fall. And I'm
What?
like,
oh no.
you can't be my kids if you don't like fall. They're like, no, because you're never home.
Oh,
Well, come with
And
me
I'm
then,
like,
asshole.
ouch, that kind of hurts a little. But I'm like, you know what?
But
By doing this, I'm home more. I might not be home for those 2 months, but I'm home more.
yeah,
You know, like by not being in the car business anymore, I'm home more. I get to spend more time with them. So like it's a double-edged sword, you know. I'm gone a lot when I need to be, but
yeah. But also, kids are very adaptable.
Yeah,
you know,
and
it's
when
like
they-
for sure.
like my dad was never really home because he's working a lot.
Right.
Actually, he worked a shit ton. So it's like one of those things where he wasn't really around a whole lot, but you get used, you adapt
Yeah.
and everything else. But it's like they also adapt in the opposite sense, where it's like if you're home a lot
Yeah.
and then you're gone for an extended period of time, they're like, "Fuck this time frame.
Right.
I want my dad around because he's home so much." And he's like, "Fuck me, I should be gone more often then."
Yeah.
It's-
Well, when
you
they
start
get,
getting used to it, you get a little spoiled now.
Yeah.
Keeps them loving you.
yeah.
when they get older, they'll be out there at the same time. So
That's true.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, that'd be, I mean, hopefully we can continue to do this and they have interest. And someday, you know, they're carrying elk quarters when our backs don't allow it anymore.
Right.
we'd have a shitload of guides.
Yeah. We'll have a pack herd.
Yeah.
It's like 'cause you do guide as well, don't you, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, okay. So let's back just for people listening. Buckstorm started as a YouTube channel,
Mhm.
Right.
and you guys obviously continue the YouTube channel, but then you turned it into a outfitting business as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
Is
So
that part of like the you going full time thing and all that, or did it kind of like how'd that go?
yeah, kind of. So basically, we used to just take people elk hunting for fun because we love elk hunting. And in South Dakota, it's very hard to draw a tag.
Mhm.
It's a resident only draw unless you win the Powerball. Basically, as a non-resident, you can buy a little entry into drawing, and if you get it, then you can hunt elk in South Dakota as non-resident. But that's the only way. So most people wait 20 plus years just to draw this coveted tag. And so we just like going. I mean, it's in our backyard. We're very familiar with it. We grew up. I mean, Jeremy lived right in elk country growing up, and we just go calling elk like before school for fun. And so we've always been the most passionate about elk hunting, even if we weren't the ones pulling the trigger. And so then one day we're like, well, let's go through the steps to get our federal permit. It took about 2 years. It was
It's a
during
big ass
COVID.
staircase.
And
Really?
it's,
2
yeah.
years.
You have to get a
Yep.
federal permit in order to guide.
yeah,
run
because it's
the
all
Forest Service.
Forest Service land.
Oh,
So if you're guiding on
gotcha.
private land, you don't have to, but the majority of the Black Hills is public land.
Well, what about like public land? Like, is that just South Dakota? Or it's national? You said so. You had to go to you had to get a
So it's all
federal-
federal owned. So the state of South
Uh-huh.
Dakota doesn't allow you to guide on any state owned ground, but the land in the Black Hills is almost all federal land.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Forest Service.
So then the Forest Service issues so many permits to different outfitters, and so we went through the hoops, got that all squared away. Like Jeremy said, it was
The only issue is too many permits to outfitting companies.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
so
They
you're
limit
waiting
them
for it.
because they want to make sure that whoever's doing it is providing a quality experience and promoting, the Forest Service system well
Mm-hmm.
and taking care of the resource. And so basically we got that. We did a few hunters the first year, and now we're legally able to charge. Didn't charge a whole lot. We just wanted to do it, but we were using up all of our vacation before, just hunting with people we didn't even know, just for fun.
Right.
And then like deer season get here and you're like, oh, I don't have any more time off work.
right.
But it was fun elk hunting. And then it was like day here, day there, go deer hunting, make our videos, do our thing. But it just kind of switched gears. And then people just kept calling. We have a decent track record at killing nice elk. And I guess people notice. And the video part of it, people see the videos. And so they kind of know what to expect. They're not going in blind. Usually if you go to an outfitter, you don't really know what to expect. And I think
True.
that's one benefit to the videos is they can watch, hundreds of videos of elk hunts in the past and be like, oh, this is kind of the area I'd probably be hunting. This is probably kind of what I could expect. And so it's almost like the best review you could ever give your business is a video of your client's hunt.
Yeah. No, that's very true. Because if I was gonna hire you guys to guide me elk hunting in South Dakota, that'd be a huge step forward. Like, okay, yeah. Even if there's another, I don't know, let's say there's another outfit business that is better than you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, like with you, it's like, I know what I'm getting myself into, like you said.
Right.
So it's like, I already know where I'm getting, like who I'm getting and where I'm going and all that
Right.
stuff. So That helps a lot. I'm not saying there's anyone better than you guys out there, by the way. Just saying if there
Sure.
there was a guy that did it better than you guys.
There probably is.
No one's gonna have as much fun though.
Yeah. Are you guys are probably, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of YouTube channels out there that do guiding.
There's some in like Alaska, and I think there's a couple out west. But for the most part, it's like those deep Alaska hunts and stuff. And I don't know. We're not really trying to like create our own zone. We don't do it because of the video side, and the guiding side. It's just a way to elk hunt more, honestly, is what it all started as. And then it gained popularity. And I mean, we wouldn't be able to do it just us two. It's not just us two. We got Austin, who's a huge help. James is one of my good friends that guides for me for 2 straight months every year. And he's an elk whisperer. I mean,
if I
think he only has ever had.
I'd pick James.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
No offense to you, but
you guys don't pick it. You don't pick each other.
Yeah, no, fuck
I
that
think
guy.
he's 100%.
Is he guiding Wyoming too or anything?
No,
Nah,
just here.
fuck.
Yeah, just here. And then we have an intern now.
Oh,
who
intern Ryan?
You met in Iowa, I think.
Oh,
Ryan.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Ryan, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're trying to figure out what we're going to call him this year because he's graduated from intern. So now we don't know if like we should call him seasonal or if he's just part of the crew now.
bitch.
But
Okay, sorry.
bitch. Yeah, you could take that over for you.
Well, because
perfect.
you get intern, then you get bitch, then you're fully vested, dude.
As long as I'm not
you're fully vested.
But I feel like it should almost go like bitch and intern kind of are the same thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
nobody
you could
told me we were
prolong
coming
it
up
a
with
year.
a name, but I'll start thinking.
Great idea. That's actually the best idea you've ever had because then you just take intern and you make it worse for a year. And if they ride that out, then you give them the gold star after that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I used the shit out of him last year. I don't think he was real happy with me.
But
hey, go get the backpacks. We're gonna go finish killing this elk. The guy had shot one. Not a great shot. I think he shot him 2 or 3 times, and it was getting dark. And I'm like, you got to get more ammo and shoot him again. And he was out.
the ammo was
And it was
back.
it was in his backpack, which was 300-400 miles back there. And I'm like,
400 miles.
did I say miles?
You did.
yards back behind us. And I'm like,
The fuck, man.
I don't
We have
really
the
want.
best intern in the state.
He went there really
That's
quick.
shit, dude.
And I'm thinking, like, I don't want to run back there and get it. The
Yeah.
300 miles,
can't,
you know?
You're guiding.
Right.
do that.
I'm guiding you. So I sent him back to get it. And boy, he was not happy with me, I don't think. Because I was calling him, like, where the fuck are you at? Like, it's getting dark. And I don't really know the rule. Like, you probably can't shoot after dark, even though you shot this elk
Yeah, you
4
can't.
times.
Yeah.
Can't.
And I wasn't going to fuck
Done.
with it. I was calling him. I'm like, where the fuck are you? He's dying back there. You know, he ran 300 miles. So sorry, Ryan. He did a good job, though. He got there just in time.
That's good.
But we have a good team. It's pretty fun. We have a cabin we host everything out of, and this is kind of our home away from home for 2 months. I mean, I spend more nights there. Gets a little tedious sometimes cooking. I mean, you get home late from hunting. You got to cook for everybody in camp. You got to
You don't
do
cook
everything.
shit,
So I cooked 37 meals last
except for when I'm there.
37 meals.
37 meals. And
You guys do supper only and then just like pack out lunch and shit? Or?
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yep.
So it's really
Breakfast is
bad, dude. I don't know what
serve
you're complaining
yourself.
about.
So no, it's honestly, we perfected the quick meals. You know, you throw a bunch of like elk steaks on and then you do like a bunch of microwave potatoes or something.
Yeah.
The sides have to be quick and easy just to make it speed up. You make burgers, you just tacos.
I'm quite shocked to find out that you cooked.
Yeah,
be
maybe you
honest
should
with
spend a little more time there.
Yeah, because then I'd be cooking.
He's usually down at our other camp, which is a little more roughing it. So he's cooking down there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
You guys have multiple camps then? Like campsites and shit? Does that come with like the outfitting or is that something that you guys had to acquire like outside or?
Yeah, so we set up we call it South Camp. It's a different unit, different elk unit. And we actually have private land access down there. And we do a shorter run elk camp down there because we kind of manage the elk on that property.
Oh, that's nice.
We don't want to shoot too many off of there. So
Mm-hmm.
we're usually not down there as long, but we got to get a couple campers down there. We set up, there's an old cabin shed. And what do we call it? The Rutten Bowl Cafe.
The Rutten Bowl Cafe, yeah.
And we just put a bunch of folding tables, Blackstone, everything
right on top
in
of all
there.
the cow shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hell yeah.
And it's perfect, honestly, because then, like, if it's raining, you got a roof over your head,
Mm-hmm.
and couple campers to crash in. Some guys will bring their own campers. Some guys will bring tent, whatever. But some guys will stay in town because they're not into camping. Just depends on the year. But it's usually a pretty good time down at South Camp.
That's where I had my incident.
That's where the bad pop.
Bad pop incident.
Yeah.
cheap pop and cheap whiskey.
Yeah. Or maybe Austin was just mixing them too strong.
Yeah.
I also had some elk nuts down there. That was one of the more interesting. We had this hunter.
Elk nuts?
Elk balls.
Oh, like
Testicles.
Rocky Mountain oysters, but elk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not.
I mean, that should be a Rocky Mountain.
True Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rocky Mountain elk, you know.
I do not recommend it. We had
You don't recommend it?
no.
Really?
Well, it might have been the chef that made it, but we had this younger hunter. He was like our age, and his dad came along, and his dad was just kind of a wild dude.
He was a hoot. Yeah.
He was a great time, but he had shot this bull, and his dad was with him. And the whole time we're cleaning this thing, he just kept playing with its balls.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The dad?
Just like holding them in his hand, like, we got to eat these things. And
wait. He cut him out first, and then he's just holding them?
No,
Or just
both.
holding him on the carcass?
holding them on the carcass.
Okay.
And I got a picture of it somewhere. And then we cut him off for him. And I don't remember his name, but he was a fucking blast. But the whole time he's talking about these elk nuts, it was me and Austin down there. And he takes them, we put them in the game bag, and we take them back to camp. And Austin had gone with another hunter and killed a bull. So I went up to help them pack that out, got it back. We get back to camp, and all he's been doing this whole time is cutting up these elk nuts, slicing them
Spent like 2 hours preparing.
slicing them up, seasoning them up. And when we got there, he had a tray of elk nuts dished out. And so what do? I mean,
You gotta eat them.
the guy took his time,
Yeah.
lovingly cut up these elk nuts.
Right.
He was into them, I'm telling you.
So did he slice them like camp potatoes?
Did he cook them?
Yeah, he cooked
Oh, okay.
cooked them barely. That was the hard part.
Oh.
And did he slice them like camp? I'm trying to imagine. Like, did like cube them or
He
like
cubed
slice
them in like the size of like a nickel, and
Okay.
did not do a very good job of thoroughly cooking them.
Okay.
And we have to eat them.
Yeah,
and
you do.
It was.
I
the
was
worst.
not there that day. I had the pleasure of editing that video, though, and so I got to
Horrible.
witness it.
Don't do it.
What did it taste like?
Salt.
Salt?
Salt
Nothing but salt. And that might have been the way he cooked it, but
or
it
the
was.
semen left in them.
It might have been that. Zero out of 10. Do not recommend.
You had elk balls and you said they're really salty.
I'm just being honest. He might have salted them. It might have been the semen. I don't know.
There was
I'm
no
just
salt
glad-
at
Hey,
camp.
Run it up bull, dude. Come on now.
And it was an old bull too. They were definitely not good.
I could still say that I've never had balls in my mouth.
Well, we can change that this year.
Yeah, I watched a Meat Eater show and he ate pronghorn testicles and
Yeah,
said they're
but
great.
I can't cook like him, and neither can I. I don't remember his name, but he can't
Not
cook
allowed
worth
to.
his shit.
There was no service. There's no service down there to reference a YouTube video on how to prepare them. So you just have to wing it. You know, I mean, there's literally no service down there. So
How
we should
big
probably
are elk balls?
They're not small.
Well, that's probably
Show
why
me.
he wanted
Show
to
me
eat
with
them
your
so bad.
hand.
He's like holding probably like the
Like
in
half
that
of this
movie.
can each.
Yeah, they're fucking.
Okay.
I don't even know
So
what to
this
use as a
can would be
reference.
both of them, probably. Yeah.
Huh. If you
You
can
know
cook
what?
them good,
Fair
that's a good amount of meat.
I bet they couldn't be probably really. I don't know if it's
They're
meat.
not as big as
Is it meat?
bighorn sheep.
I don't know. I gotta look at this shit now.
Bighorn sheep balls. Look
I'll
big.
find the picture.
Yeah.
He's got
People
his
actually keep-
hand for size
We're
reference.
getting way too far into the
Yeah.
ball talk here, but yeah, that's probably fairly
like-
close. Yeah.
Yeah, stack 2 or 3 of those, and
Oh, fuck.
yeah, they're good sized.
People keep like the pouches, like the hair, to make like medicine bags.
Oh,
yeah.
I've seen that.
I've had a couple hunters that wanted to
perfect.
keep
That's
it.
about what they
Yeah.
are. Yeah,
The ball sack?
This is one
Like
of
the
them.
skin, yeah.
This is one of them.
yeah, they're
Because
big.
it's like nice
Oh,
and formed
fuck.
already, and then they can put it sew a drawstring.
That's a
in the
meal.
top.
That is one meal.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Like that's
Bizarre.
what like this is like a filet mignon. So, it's probably 8 ounces of testicle, dude.
Hey, you're right.
At least, right?
Filet mignon.
Does it look like that?
They weren't tender, by the way, if you're wondering. They were chewy.
Well, yeah, he probably needed a cook them.
A Blackstone's
better.
it's probably like cooking heart. You're not supposed to let it touch the pan, and he probably only let it touch the pan.
I think he needs to crock pot them.
So
You know,
mean? You're
slow
not
cook.
What do you mean not
Pan.
touch the pan?
like if you cook heart on a bed of onions,
We're gonna-
never let it touch the pan. It
Never
never
heard of
gets.
such a thing.
Try it. It's really
Really?
good. I
We
never.
freaking cast
I
iron.
never used to eat heart
We eat heart.
That's,
Yeah, you make
that's our
it-
daughter's favorite meal.
Make it in a
Sure.
cast iron with like sauteed onions, but put the heart on top of the onions and never let the heart touch the pan.
Really?
And it
what I-
like gets rid of the little bit of texture that you normally have, and it basically turns it into steak.
Whoa. I've never
then do you
heard
sear it, or
that.
do you just not even sear it?
No, don't sear it. Don't just you
Never
just
let it
slow
touch the
cook
pan.
it basically on top of the onions, and then the
Right.
onion flavor absorbs and it creates like a really tender.
You cover
You
it
can like pull it apart. No,
That's
You don't
so
just have to
interesting.
cover
bit of onions and just slap
because there's
on
enough moisture in the onions that you probably can cover it, but you shouldn't need to.
the whole heart. Or you're slicing it.
Slices of the heart,
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Just or cubes or like when
We're
I've
gonna
had
have
it
to
the
try
best,
that.
it's like sliced
Try
into
that.
longer pieces. So then
Yeah.
it becomes, and then people make tacos out of them too.
So-
we have.
The first time Charlie had it, she loved it. And we're like, oh, this is awesome. And the next night for supper, I think it was, I'm like, oh, what should we make for supper? She's like, can we have deer heart again? I'm like, that's like once a year, honey. And she
Yeah.
was so sad. She's like, what do you mean? And I had to like
Well,
break
I'll have
it down
to remember
for
that I'll
her.
have to bring you guys some frozen elk hearts
Mm,
because they're like
Oh
3
my
times
gosh.
as big as.
she would fucking lose it.
She would. If we find one in the
We love
freezer,
heart.
she's like, oh, we got to make this for supper.
We love heart.
But we've never
I've
cooked
done
it that
before
way.
where, we take it out, take all the ventricles out, slice it up, like do all the preparation for it, and slice them, and then bread them and fry them, and do that. Do
Mhm.
it that way. And that way's good.
Yeah.
That's the way I introduced her to it, and she liked that. And then I took it a couple of years ago. I think I just took them and cubed them all up,
Mm-hmm.
threw them in a pan, and just really hot, super hot, and just flipped it around a little bit, and then popped them off. And she loved it like that too.
Yeah,
She's-
and I've had it that way too, and I think it's fine. And maybe it's more of an elk thing than a deer thing. Like maybe elk heart
Oh.
just because it's bigger and maybe a little tougher.
might
But
be.
I had a hunter at camp actually make it that way, and that's the only reason I knew how to make it that way. And he's like, "Yeah, that's the ticket. You just don't let it touch the pan."
Then kind of slow cooks it a little bit.
Yep,
Thing.
and it was amazing.
Do you think
Yeah.
maybe we need to
So
try that with elk nuts? Maybe that's where we went wrong.
Bit of
You
onions
can go
on the
ahead and
nuts.
Yeah.
do a what taste test on that for me.
Well,
Is that
I
what
think
the
you kinda need to
inside of
make it
them
for
looks like?
you,
Yeah.
'cause you haven't had them yet.
Probably. I honestly don't know.
That's what the Google
Is
machine
that
is
what it
telling
looked like,
me.
Jeremy?
The
It looks
inside
like
of
a
it.
clove of garlic.
Well, then it.
That's not what I
Yeah,
expected.
2 fingers. That's like a
They're
squirrel
bigger.
nut.
They're bigger than that.
Here's another one.
There.
There it is.
That's
right there.
more like it.
I think
yeah.
the other one was cleaned
Yeah,
up a
that's about
little.
Yeah, they're a little more oval. The problem is when you shoot an elk, those things are getting. I mean, usually it's the time of year where they've been pretty heavily utilized.
Yeah, I wonder if you should shoot an early season elk, if it'll be
Right.
less salty.
You would think late season would be less salty.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, maybe.
This is that video I was
No,
talking
those
about
would
where
be
I,
more tough.
I sent Ryan.
Oh, this is
Oh,
a
is it?
400-mile
Yeah.
run.
Isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
That's a good bull too.
We didn't see any elk on the
Man,
drive.
you guys got some big bulls here.
And that's just a decent bull. He's not real big.
Really? I'd shoot
Yep.
that fucker twice on Sunday. What's it? How's the saying go?
Sounds
Twice on
right.
I always
Saturday,
get a
twice on
kick
Sunday.
out of the comments. So, like right here, I posted a short of this exact clip, and everyone's like,
Just roasting that poor old
Yeah.
man.
All right.
"Geez, why isn't he shooting yet? Why isn't he shooting?"
We just ran 300 miles, people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and he's 87 years old. You fucking assholes.
Do you get the
And he
part where
smoked him, so who cares?
Do you get the part where I tried to high five him and he completely ignored me?
Oh,
I did. That was the best part. I don't think I put it in there. I kind of
surprised.
chopped it out, but
Oh, I would have put.
You're usually a lot more mean.
well,
to
it
me.
wasn't there, and then it was like really shaky. So you can kind of see it if you watch close here in a
Yeah,
minute.
the intern filmed this one.
so after the
Oh, did he?
intern,
And then he
Didn't-
ran 400 miles.
Well, you got to use him.
yeah.
Sure, you got a point. He's got to learn somehow, right?
So he successfully brought more ammo back, and he dropped the bull.
Yes.
Okay, off.
Eventually.
Eventually. Well,
And then we showed up to save them a brutal pack out.
I wasn't going to
Very-
pack it up that
Very
hill.
nice of you.
Yep.
I feel like elk are one of those animals where you want to go hunt them. Like a guy like me from Iowa, I want to go hunt elk, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to go there with like one of my other friends and everything else, and you just completely I've never shot an elk, but it's like you just
Mhm.
completely underestimate how much fucking work it is to get them off the mountain.
Yeah. Well, that's what most of our hunters say. Like after they get up to it, they're like, "I would have been so screwed if I wasn't with you guys."
Well, a lot of them don't even
Right.
know
They don't know.
where to even begin. And I think it probably happens a lot more often than we think.
Mm.
A guy goes in there, kills an elk, and they're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Now
and
what?
if it's hot, like in September, you don't have a lot of time. Like you have to get it taken care of. I mean, we've shot bulls when it's 90 to 100 degrees out, and like your window to get them out of there is small. And that's why like some of these like deep backcountry hunts, and obviously it gets colder in the mountains, but like some of these guys, they go so far from a truck and it's not feasible to save the meat. Like it's just not. Like if it's 80 all week, like sure, it'll cool off at night and you might have that night to get it back. But you know, if it sits out for a day.
Take it to the river and hide it in a shady spot and it'll be good forever.
I'd be interested to see how much elk meat actually gets wasted. Last year,
probably a shit ton.
Last year, there's a spot on the private chunk that we hunt down south, and it's a 4 or 5. How many miles is it in there?
5.7.
And it was
the short route. Yeah.
We heard a shot that morning, and it was like the next night, and it was 90 degrees that day. The next night, 2 guys were coming in to help somebody finish packing out a bull, and I sat in the sun, 90-degree weather all day long.
Ew.
It was absolutely, there's no way he saved that bull. And that's just like somebody getting real brave and getting back there really, really far.
Yeah.
And it was an old guy and a young kid.
Yeah. You got to have a plan. If you go in somewhere like that, you got to go with like 7 dudes. Like maybe 5 of them hang back and their sole purpose is to pack meat. But you got to have a plan. Like you can't go in there with 2 guys because you just can't.
You wait 20 years for a tag and then you shoot a bull you can't eat would not be good.
Or you see people carrying the head out, like on the first pack out. I'm like, the head should be dead last.
Yep.
That's the one thing that can go rotten and still be good.
Your cape, or like leave the cape behind if you have to.
If you have to.
Like,
you can get a new cape.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Or Euros look fucking sick.
Yep.
So,
and honestly, that's the heaviest part of the whole thing is the head and the cape. So like, by leaving the cape behind, you can save yourself a lot of work.
Probably a whole trip.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I feel like
crazy.
When I went to Idaho twice and I didn't kill anything, but it was one of those things where we did look ahead and be like, okay, hey, if we kill something and it's in some shit, we are going to call this person and borrow some horses.
Yep.
Or rent some horses, something, but it's like we did have a plan for it to happen, but it's also like I didn't go there by myself. I went there with 2 other guys.
Right.
And like we could, at minimum, we could get it off the mountain ourselves.
Yep.
As 3 guys, like 3 fairly fit guys could do it. But it's it's another thing where it's like if it's in there in a deep, deep crevasse.
You're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, it needs some help.
We're pretty lucky in the Black Hills. Lucky and unlucky because there's like an insane trail system here.
Oh, yeah.
And there's way too many roads. And a lot of them are like ATV or UTV roads or whatever. But there's typically a fairly decent exit strategy when we shoot one.
Oh, that's good. You're never really
we're never going like 6 miles. There's only a few places in the entire Black Hills where that could even happen.
Yeah.
There is some really crap terrain where it might only be a mile, but you'd rather have 4 miles of gradual than this.
Yeah, right.
Or like the only access point is over Mount Everest because otherwise you're crossing private. So then you either get permission to cross the private or you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually by the time you screw around trying to get permission, you could just be done. So just do it. But it depends how much help you have. I mean, some of our hunters are not able to do much.
That's true.
And so then it
takes
all
20
falls on
years
us.
to get the tag. So,
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. But
is that average 20 years or is it like?
It's probably actually higher than 20 average, but
yeah.
I mean, we've had guys with 7, we've had guys with 12, we've had guys with 15. I have a guy right now that's been applying with 24, 25, 26, and 27 last year, still hasn't drawn.
Ooh.
So he's up to, I believe this is his 28th year now.
Well,
that's some Austin Chandler luck. He fucking drew an IO tag in a zone that was generally a 4-point draw. 4 or 5, and I think he drew it in like, I think it was like 6 or 7. So it's like he's like one of those things where it's like I can draw it at 4, but it's pretty unlikely. Like it might be you have a chance, and then it's like pretty much guaranteed at 5. But then he missed it. It's like him and one other guy that didn't.
That's
didn't
crazy.
He's like, fuck.
Of course.
I even bought a farm in Iowa expecting to
How many did you draw
that tag.
I got mine with my rifle tag with 9.
Damn.
So I got really lucky, and it was the same year that I found out I was having twins. So it was like the hunting
Super
gods
lucky.
were like, "This is your last hurrah."
Yeah.
So it worked.
We got lucky with twins and lucky with hunting. So.
You both have twins?
Yep.
What?
They're
the same age.
They're a month apart. Yeah.
Whoa.
His are karma babies. Because he was shit talking me. You're never going hunting again.
You're fucked, bud.
A month later, he called me.
You found out.
I actually thought that I truly thought when we went to the ultrasound that Jeremy knew somebody that worked at the clinic.
And it was a prank.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my gosh.
100% was waiting for like video cameras to come walking in. And then I saw 2 little heartbeats in there. And I'm like, maybe it's still a prank. Maybe they're just like playing that on the screen.
Maybe that's
joke.
Jeremy's.
Your
original
wife's
one.
sitting there like, oh my gosh. You're like, this can't be real.
Yeah. And I'm
Guys,
like, wow.
Did
Yeah.
twins run in your guys' families?
I have it on both sides.
Oh.
So you already knew kind of going into. You're like,
Yeah.
Fertile.
damn.
But I'm pretty sure that the guy doesn't really matter. It's almost 90% the girl. So we're both like it's weird. My wife had like distant great uncles that were twins.
Did you chat GBT that?
But no, I learned a lot. I learned a lot when I was in the NICU for a month, listening to all the nurses.
Does my wife have a history of twins? I need to talk shit to my friend.
Yeah. Well, the question at first when everyone found out we both were having twins is like, all right, so who's the dad?
Yeah, which one of you?
But turns out
That's why you looked up. Do twins run on the man's side or the woman's side? 95% woman,
Point
guys.
blank,
I got
point blank, yep. Oh,
I'm
God.
still a dad.
Well, fortunately, his look just like him, and mine look just like me. So
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
good to go.
Fucking.
Yeah.
So, are you guys like childhood friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, since
Wow.
high school. Yeah.
That's really wild.
I actually have to tell a quick story about that because it's kind of funny. So in high school, Jeremy and I were in, what was that class with Tomac?
Biology.
Forestry, or one of them was
Like-
forestry, or
Forestry or
Botany.
something like
it
that.
was
Like
something
like
like
a
that.
fun class.
Child development.
Yeah. Or like home ec or what do they call it?
I don't know. It was like some type of forestry or
FDS.
wildlife type.
Oh, wow.
She was our FFA instructor too, so that tells you what you need to know.
Oh, sure. Gotcha. Yeah.
But she, so we were in that class together, and like I didn't know he hunted. I knew he played soccer, so I just assumed he didn't hunt.
Yeah, that's pretty
'Cause
fair.
Lawn fairy, he called me.
Yeah, it's
What?
true. It's true.
Lawn fairy.
Yeah.
Not fair. Okay.
Yep. Just normally
I still go.
my
with it.
friends didn't play soccer. My friends that played soccer didn't hunt, so I just kind of assumed he had nothing to do with hunting, whatever. Didn't have a problem with him, just had no reason to hang out. Then one day I was up in the hills.
That's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, honestly, it kind of makes sense.
Damn.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, you got to hang out with similar-minded people. Well, I was driving in the middle of the Black Hills one day, and I saw him loading a dirt bike in his truck, and I knew what he drove because I saw him at school, and I'm like, he lives up here? And so then the next day at school, I was like, hey, you live up there? I'm like, I hunt up there all the time. And he's like, yeah, I hunt up there all the time too. I'm like, wait, you hunt? And then like we started talking about hunting.
The fuck out of my backyard.
Wait a
That's
second.
probably what I told him.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Wait a second. I thought you were gay.
Yeah. pretty much. Yep.
Damn. Thank God I was loading a dirt bike. That makes me kind of cool.
Yep. And next thing you know, we were
Best friends.
best friends.
Aw.
Yep.
awesome.
Aw,
This is a
that's
good
so
this moment.
sweet.
Yeah. Did we just
Yeah.
become best friends? You're not gay?
Oh man, I really thought you were.
That's sweet. So now, what's your point of view? Some weird guy just comes up, all gangly, like, you hunt up here, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
I don't remember. I remember that day because it was like that the next week or something. You drove by again. You're like, you want to go deer hunting? Up in
Oh,
the
so you
prairie?
asked him out on the first date?
Right. I think I broke
Mom,
the
Dad,
ice
can
and
I go hang
invited
out
him
with
on a
Travis?
date. You know, I'm like,
Who's that?
hey, I got this place up on the prairie that's pretty good that I have permission to hunt. You want to come with? He's like, yeah. And then fast forward, like it was probably not that trip. It was a different trip when you shot your deer at
It was
3
way
yards.
after that because that would have been 2013.
But the same place. Sorry to go off on storylines, but this is a good one too. So he ends up, we spot this deer, and it wasn't like a huge mule deer, and I was kind of picky.
I'm not picky.
And he was
still
like,
not.
basically, when we went up there, he's like, "Hey, I'll just film, and if you don't want to shoot it, then you can film."
Dibs.
He's like, "If you don't want to shoot it, I'll shoot it." I'm like, "Okay." Oh, I see this one.
I was
I'm
a
like,
poor little public landowner, so
I don't want to,
buddy.
I'm probably not going to shoot him, but it's really windy, and he's like right on a cut bank, and we could probably get really close. And so we get super close, and this whole thing kind of sparked Buckstorm. Like, this video is what really started Buckstorm. And we got right on top of him. Jeremy drilled him in his bed at 3 yards. And that was like the beginning when we were like, dude, that was insane. Maybe we could do something with this. You know,
I remember that video. Like,
yeah,
because I think
it's old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he found out, actually, I think right before that his daughter.
Yeah. So you had spotted it, and I was out on the phone finding out that my girlfriend at the time was pregnant, thinking, "Oh fuck!"
Wait, this is the same year you drew an elk tag?
No. This is my first daughter. She's 13 now. So.
Oh shit! I was gonna say like that.
Yeah. So I get in the truck, don't say a word the whole time,
and he didn't tell me. So I had no idea. I'm like, "We're gonna kill this deer or what?" Yeah, let's go. And then he kills this deer. And then like 4 months later, I found out about this.
What?
4 months?
You didn't tell him at all?
I was 20.
I mean, he was pretty young. So
20,
it kind of kept a little hush-hush
like,
for a while.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It all worked out.
But this is a baby buck.
A baby buck.
Yep.
Wow, that's a beautiful
That's a
story
cool
of
story.
friendship.
Then we held hands and skipped off into.
I believe it.
Didn't we? Or no?
I don't remember that part, but
I saw that in the video. Yeah.
I mean,
might have got cropped out. I don't know.
we might have like on the way over to the deer because he died pretty quick. So
What's the one where the deer came back and like almost ran you over?
So that was
cool.
That was when Kurt's
Eric,
dad. Was his dad here then or no?
Oh, is that when?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, is that
Papa
when Kurt,
Dave was there?
Is that when Kurt
Kurt?
shot the fucking with the wrong pronghorn?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So,
interception day. Yeah.
Me and
Kurt.
Austin went out, and that was, I don't know what year that was, but yeah, that thing about ran Austin over. That was kind of wild.
That was crazy too. That was some crazy footage there.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Well, he like barely got zoomed out in time because it was about to kill him. You know,
right? It's
Yeah,
like-
it full sprinted right at him. That was wild.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty insane for sure. But yeah, no, I mean, a lot of those little videos that we're talking about are the reason that we really got into Buckstorm and wanted to keep it going. Because it's like now, it's those stories that you can tell a story, but you can relive a story through video. And that's kind of what
Well, yeah.
makes it intriguing to me and has
Well,
always made me interested.
9
in
out of 10
filming.
people are going to think I'm full of shit when I told them I shot a deer at 3 yards, or that one ran him over. That's a fishtail,
Yep.
Right.
So we can watch the videos, and honestly, when it comes to filming, it's the absolute best for seeing where you shot something.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Knowing how
Shot
long you should
placement.
wait,
Yep.
Yep.
it's huge, especially with elk, because
And guiding, especially. Yeah.
you shoot an elk with a rifle and they just do not bleed, from our experience.
Yeah.
Well, and
Not
honestly,
unless they're low cavity.
whitetails don't bleed that
Right.
much when you shoot them with guns either. They
Mm.
generally die like
Right.
pretty quickly, but they don't bleed. Like, they do run off and stuff. Like
Yep.
that, especially if you gut shoot them.
Yep.
Fuck. That's
It's just
rough.
nice having like my bull. I would have went in there that night for sure if I didn't have that video.
Mm.
But if you watch the video close, you could tell as it hit the rib, it kicked the wrong way.
Mm.
Like it grazed the rib and it really launched the arrow off course.
Mm.
But without the video, you're like, oh, double lung. He's good. But after watching the video, it's like one lung and liver. And it's going to take him all night to die.
It kind of makes you think too, like before video and stuff like that. It's like how many animals, whether it's deer, elk, or whatever it is, just like they're like, yep, fucking sick ass double
Right.
brother. Like,
Yeah.
got him good, dude. Let's go in there right now.
Yep.
Give him 15 minutes, gonna be dead. Let's go. And then
Which is
just
hard not to
start
do.
fucking everything up. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
hard. It is hard. Very hard. That's like the hardest thing actually.
Yeah.
After you shoot something, you're just like, let's go.
Yep.
You know.
But it's usually the best thing. I mean, coyotes aside, I always live by the motto that if they're dead right now, they'll still be dead in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard because you don't want to risk losing the meat, and you don't want to risk. But I think there's way more tales of people losing animals because they went in too soon. lost blood, or they find it months later when it's definitely gone.
Well, and a lot of people too, like that don't have like your guys' experience, like out there in the woods hunting and stuff like that, and just honestly, just guiding and stuff. You see so many animals get hit,
Right?
where it's like, I think a lot of people, they don't realize like when they are blood trailing that they're pushing. I don't think they realize they're pushing the animal, because it gets up so far ahead of them and stuff, and they're like, man, that blood trail just would not stop. Won't stop. I don't know. Then turn into trickles and this, that, and the other. It's like no idea why.
Yeah,
because they
don't find a bed because
or
the deer was standing there bleeding.
Yeah,
and then got bumped. And there's a little pool, and they're like, "Oh, what's that?
Good blood. Hell yeah!"
That's where he probably would have died if you just didn't go in there. But I mean, we've all done it. We've all made the wrong call. We've all made the right call. I mean, it's never perfect. I mean, you just learn every day.
Well, it's never going to be. Hunting is one of those things where you just got to do it. Like, you can watch all the YouTube videos you want. You can hear all the stories. You can talk to all the professionals or whatever it is. But until you're in it and doing it, it doesn't make sense until you're actually doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear and you can register and be like, oh, yeah, I know this one guy said this thing. But you gotta see it first. Right. And you got to make the mistakes, the hard lessons learned and all that shit.
Well, it's nice having like a circle. I mean, like for you, it's probably like Kurt and a bunch of those WCB guys are your buddies, Matt and a bunch of them that you call like, hey, what do you think? Just bouncing ideas off each other, like you should never go with just what you think. You should get like 4 people's opinions. I'm a firm believer in that. Even if it's just like a screenshot of a picture that you send out in a group message and say, what's everyone think?
Yeah.
Because maybe you're tunnel visioned a little bit because it's the deer you've been chasing all year long. And you're wanting to tell yourself that it's a perfect double lung shot, but maybe it's right on the edge and somebody else will enlighten something that you just looked right past, And that's kind of what happened with my elk. Once we put it on the TV, we were kind of all in agreement. And then there was like 2 of us that saw the arrow kick and 2 that didn't, that thought he was still toast. And he was dead the next morning, right where he needed to be. But who knows if we went in there that night, maybe he was dead, but more than likely he wasn't. And we probably would have jumped him and maybe we still would have found him, but it was hot. It was September and your time's limited. We might have lost all the meat. So the coyotes got a little bit of him, but I mean, we're talking 10, 15 pounds.
I know. It's not a good deal.
No.
It's not very much.
No. They're tough bastards.
Better than losing the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, and also elk, like bumping a deer is one thing, but bumping elk, I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a Westie. Like, I don't hunt elk all the time. It's like, but like, for one, their one stride covers so much ground.
Right.
Yeah.
For 2, like, they're just kind of made for
mountains,
covering distance. So you bump them, I feel like they just go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forever,
They will.
I don't know if they do or not.
They
do they? Yeah.
It's insane. Like, I mean, quickly, I had 2 years ago, we had a guy, perfect double lung shot, 1,400 yards. Like, literally perfect. You couldn't walk up there and point to a better spot. But what happened, we found out after, it started pouring rain, so we lost blood. So that didn't help. And there was a bunch of elk in there. And when we were following what little blood we did have left in the rain, we ran into this really big bull, and that's right where the blood went. So we think that bull actually bumped him. So similar to a human bumping him, that bull chased him, gave him a second wind. Instead of him bedding down and dying, he just went and probably died on his feet 1,400 yards later. He just fought through it and tipped over, I'm assuming. But it took us forever to find him because it was so far. And I mean, you just never know. So you just got to kind of err on that side of caution when you can.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Rain's tough, but
yeah, for sure.
So, like, especially if you do have to wait, you're just kind of like, fuck, there's rain coming, dude.
All right.
It's not good.
Yeah.
But you guys also do bighorn sheep?
We do.
Did you start, like, when you guys started outfitting, did you start with elk and bighorn sheep, or was it elk first, then bighorn? Or?
Elk first. I mean, to be honest, we didn't know. I mean, the tag's so limited in South Dakota for a bighorn sheep. I mean, it's like a 1 in probably 10,000 people will draw it in their life. So it's not you get a chance to
1
go
in
on
10,000. You're not saying like there's not 10,000 tags.
No, like one person out of
actually.
10,000 people will get a tag in their lifetime.
Oh fuck!
And maybe it's more like 5,000, but it is
holy shit.
Like
It's hard.
You're not going to draw it. Like, being honest, like, you're just never going to get it. And if you do, it's like winning the Powerball.
How many tags a year are we talking?
There was 5 last year. There's 6.
Shit.
There's 6 this year.
It changes every year, but
And then there's an auction tag that somebody can get their checkbook out and pay quarter million bucks for.
Jimmy
but-
John.
Yeah.
Which, God bless him.
Yeah.
Helps the conversation.
Oh,
Oh, for sure. It's the greatest thing ever. I mean, it goes
However-
right back into sheep management.
Yeah, that's right. And if I was a bajillionaire, I would be buying them all.
absolutely.
Oh, same.
Hell
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know, I'm not saying that out of hate. I'm just saying, like, a guy like Jimmy John
Absolutely.
buys those tags.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And we all would too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say you wouldn't, you're lying.
Yeah. Unless you don't hunt.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then
I get it.
another one we did, which is even harder to get, was we did one mountain goat, which is actually shut down now because the population's terrible. But
Yep.
it was kind of in that country where you were today, a little bit, Mount Rushmore area.
Yep.
And that
Got
was
it.
right off Georgia.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right. No, that was,
76. I think he was 76 years old.
it was scary because there was
Shout
snow
out
on the
Boone and
ground.
Crockett. We had to work hard for it. We struggled,
You
but
talking about Billy Goat?
Who was
yeah,
it?
Mountain goats?
Or the guy we were guiding was
76.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's pretty sick, though, that you guys got to do that before
Well,
it shut down.
Yeah.
And it
That's
might
badass.
come back someday.
Well,
but
I
yeah.
literally told the guy because he called and he said, "Hey, do you do mountain goat hunts?" I said, "I've never been mountain goat hunting a day in my life, but what I will tell you is I know where some are, and if you want us to help you, I will figure it out."
right.
And that's what we did.
And we
I
did.
just spent a bunch of time out there looking them over and learning how to field judge.
You
Like,
got him a Boone and Crockett.
Yeah.
yeah, and that was
Holy shit.
it was pretty lucky at the. I mean, we
Well,
passed
that's
quite a
hunting,
few,
dude.
but
Everything in hunting is, not everything, but a lot of.
Well,
yeah.
they get
we
so
shot it in the snow too.
That's nice.
Finding a white goat in the snow is not easy.
they get
But blood training.
Yeah.
Blood training is easy.
Yeah, for sure. He
There
fell
wasn't
off
much
a
of one.
150-foot cliff. So
he got hung up halfway down.
What?
It was
that might have
interesting.
been the closest I've ever been to dying while guiding.
Oh,
Quite
shit.
honestly, because he wasn't going to go down there.
No.
No.
So I had Jeremy take him back around, and they came in a different trail, and I went down the chute.
We came in from the bottom.
And I shouldn't have went down the chute, but there was enough saplings that I just held on to them. Without them, I die. But
What do you mean down the chute? Paint this picture for me.
like 2 rock cliffs with like a rock slide,
It's like a
And it got hung up down there.
200-foot drop probably.
Oh, wow.
But it's like so steep that you couldn't go down it without something to hold on to the majority of the way.
Oh.
And so we were convinced that he was stuck on this one shelf, which if he would have been there, we would have actually had to call somebody to rock climb because there's no way that we could get there. But he had went over that and kept going and ended up almost all the way at the bottom. So hindsight, I wouldn't have needed to do what I did.
Oh, you
And we
just
could have came in from
bottom.
his side.
Yeah.
It just would have taken like 2 hours to get over there.
That's probably better than dying.
Yeah. But I made it. It was all good.
You'd die.
Yeah.
But how'd you get him out?
We cut him up. We actually drug him, which was
horrible.
terrible.
Through a
'Cause
creek, and it
their
had all
cape-
their hair. It got plumb full of water.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Let's
Right.
But
stop.
we wanted to get a
Heavy-
picture 'cause
heavy as
he couldn't
shit.
get there.
Yeah.
So we're like, he's like, you can just cut him up if you need to. We're like, no, you're getting a picture.
He'll
All of
never,
his sons
ever
were
shoot
with.
one of these
There was
ever
like
again.
4 of his kids with.
Well, you got to do that.
Like,
yeah.
we got to get this picture. So we literally drug him like 300 yards just so he could get a picture. But mountain goats are the craziest animal ever. They have like 0 body fat, and their cape is literally over an inch thick.
Yeah, it'll dull a knife in
Whoa.
a hurry. It was
Like their
wild.
actual
Really?
cape is
Yeah.
what keeps them warm, not their fat. Their cape is that thick.
No shit.
And we
I
didn't
never
know.
would have thought that.
And then you go to cut it up and you're like, good thing I have extra blades. But
And they just got little tiny quarters, like
yeah, there's
like
hardly
really
any meat
small
on them.
front shoulders. They're weird.
But
Yeah.
it's just cool because it's created an opportunity to do some of these hunts that, like, I'm never going to be able to afford to go on a mountain goat hunt or a
No.
bighorn sheep hunt realistically. Or if I, like, it's not honestly at the top of my list to a point where I would save $200,000 to go do it. You know, it's just not realistic. And
Mhm.
through Buckstorm, we've been able to go on those hunts, you know, and to me, it's just as good.
Well, you are hunting. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah.
literally guiding is the only job. Like, people want to hunt for a living. Like, that's the only job you can actually hunt for a living.
Right.
is guiding.
Yep.
You are hunting. You might not be pulling the trigger every single time,
Yep.
but you are hunting. Like, that is, you're doing 99%
Everything but pulling the trigger.
of the job. You know,
Right.
finding animals, tracking them, all the things, so pack them out.
You're right. Well, and just getting to learn it. But you had asked initially, like, if we started doing it right away, and we didn't right away. Like, that mountain goat thing just kind of fell in our lap. We weren't planning on doing those, really. It was more just if somebody calls, we'll figure it out. Because we're definitely not experts. I've never even seen one on the ground, The bighorn sheep deal, before we were guiding, we got to go on a hunt in that same unit I was telling you about earlier with a friend of ours that drew one of the tags, and it was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made us be like, well, we could probably guide that unit, and we've watched enough videos on how to field judge rams, and you kind of figure it out with time. And so then we just ended up with another hunter. And then last year we got 2 of the 3 tag holders in that unit. And so just now we've been able to do it enough that we started figuring it out a little bit, time of year, where they go.
So now you're able to kind of be like, now we have some experience, experience
Correct,
doing
yep.
the thing.
But it's also like, you don't know who's going to draw the tags. There's so few of tags. Like, some of those guys might just want to go tackle it themselves, and that's fine. I mean, that's what I would have done too. So I hope you get a big one,
If I drew a South Dakota bighorn sheep tag, I would not be doing myself.
Yeah, but then there's other guys that panic.
You know where the sheep are at. So
right.
It's like, fuck no.
Exactly.
Unless I didn't have a job and I drew the tag that I had all summer to scout, then maybe I would.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I'm thinking about it because I'm going to probably draw a Wyoming elk tag in the next year or 2. Now I'm like, I told Ashley, I'm like, I think I'm going to go guided. I'm going to try finding a guide or someone that lives in the area or someone that knows Wyoming pretty well and can help, because I'm not going to go out to Wyoming after 4, 5, 6 years of put in points, then just be like, well, let's go wing it, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn something while you do it and then strike out on your own after.
Yep. And I've done 2 elk hunts in Idaho, just over the counter. Go out there and see what happens.
Over the counter is a different world.
It is a different world. But it's one of those things where it's it was fun and I learned a lot, but at the same time, it's just learning by mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm from Iowa. I don't know shit about hunting in Idaho, Get out there and you figure it out and make mistakes. But I feel like if you paid for a guide, maybe you go guided elk hunt 1 or 2 times, then it's oh, now I actually kind of know what I'm doing.
Right.
Now I can go do the over-the-counter stuff.
Exactly.
And at least have an idea of where to start,
Yep.
Because half the battle with elk hunting, I feel is finding the elk.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So.
Well, that's honestly the reason that most of our clients call us, is because it takes so long to draw this tag. It's basically once in a lifetime. I mean, it's possible to draw it twice if you draw it when you're young enough, but they don't want to risk it. They know how good the hunt can be. I mean, it's a really good unit.
Mm-hmm.
It would be comparable to some of the best units in other big elk states.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe there's not as many 400s running around, but the density of H-class bulls is probably one of the best in the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good unit, especially public land. And so they just don't want to take it for granted. So then they call and maybe watch our videos. Some people will do it just because they watch our videos and they think it's cool and they want a video and they don't even need our help.
We've taken people
we get to hunting and I'm like, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But then they become our good friends. A lot of them have become great friends, and we stay in touch to this day, and it's pretty cool. And that's what's awesome, is most of them are like-minded people that you get along with and you stay in touch with them. And next thing you know, they come back out hunting with their grandson or their best friend when he draws his tag. And it's like just having your homies come to camp at that point.
Yeah.
I'm working my way through an entire family right now.
Yeah, you are. You only got
the dad, the son, the wife. The dad, the son, the mom, and then the wife's next.
Yep. And actually,
they're
the
all
son,
an
I talked to him the other day, and he's probably going to draw his archery tag one of these years.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He talked to me about that, too.
But he wasn't applying this year because apparently he has to stay and work the cows while his dad and his brother-in-law go moose hunting.
Yeah, they're always fighting about that.
Do you guys do mule deer hunts too?
No.
We do a Like we can do a handful of Black Hills ones, but it's really hard to draw that tag, and it's not worth the wait. There's not a ton of age class mule deer in the hills. Used to be good. Hopefully it gets turned around one of these years, but like we will do it. But I set a realistic expectation with people like, hey, we're out there for 2 months every year, and I typically don't even see one truly big mule deer in 2 months. We'll see some decent ones. So if they're like, well, that's fine, I just want help, then we'll do it. But most of the time, once I tell them that, they're like, oh, I'll just try to tackle it on my own. Because I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, you're going to kill a 180 because there's been 2 killed in the Black Hills in the last 10 years.
Oh, shit. It's that bad.
There's probably a few more than that you don't know about, but most of them are like city limits deer.
Oh,
that are getting shot close to towns and stuff. Yeah. But truly up there, there's a few. Don't get me wrong. Like, it is possible, but it's very unlikely. And it's not really worth waiting 10 to 15 years to draw that tag when you could draw a whitetail tag every 3 years and literally shoot some really nice mountain bucks.
A lot of people draw that tag and end up shooting a big whitetail.
Yeah, most of them do.
Our buddy did that.
I told him he was going to.
Fuck those mule deer.
You're going to wait 10 years to shoot a whitetail, right? He said, yeah, I know. And then he literally did.
He did.
Literally did. Yep.
I'd like to come out to Black Hills and shoot and hunt mountain Black Hill whitetails.
They're cool. They're like my
creature.
Favorite whitetails because they just get like those chocolate horns. They get a lot of character.
I like that.
Jeremy's killed some studs. I've killed a couple nice ones too, but his are cooler.
Yeah.
They're kind of a weird deer. They're a lot smaller bodied.
They almost seem like a subspecies, but it's all nutrition.
That's what
they're just malnourished.
Yeah.
So
I think they need to be a subspecies.
But they should almost be recognized as a subspecies.
Like a coos deer.
Yeah.
It's a whitetail.
They're like
but it's technically a subspecies, but it's only because of their nutrition. They're
starving
mountain desert whitetails, which is like they're dying.
Yeah. And these are like in between I'd say like in between a coos deer and like Kansas or Iowa buck body wise. They're really small.
Okay. Yeah. So like 120 pounds.
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a really big hills deer is probably like 150 pounds.
Okay.
I had shot, what we figure out that splits one was 7.
Yeah, 7.5-year-old buck.
And his wife shot probably a 2.5, 3.5-year-old buck off the prairie. I had them hanging next to each other in my garage. And the prairie deer was absolutely dwarfed this 7-year-old buck.
Oh, no shit. When you say prairie deer, do you mean like East River? Or do you mean...
Like Western
like
Plains.
Down
as soon as you get out of the Black Hills, everything changes.
Oh, really?
It's weird.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Huh. You almost think that you could label... you think you could label them as subspecies?
I've read into it, actually, because I wanted to know, and they don't label it because they say that you could take like a deer from Kansas, like a fawn. There's actually been studies of relocation of climate and whatever done, where you could take like a deer from like Iowa as a fawn and put it in the Black Hills and it would not get bigger body wise than a deer here because it's all nutrition. But they get so big, but if they start here, so if it was born and you transplanted it to less nutrition, it would end up having the smaller skull and having those features, so they don't recognize it as a subspecies.
Wasn't there?
But if I took a Black Hills deer as a fawn and transplanted it in Iowa, you said it would just...
So it would probably be the opposite. So it would end up like an Iowa deer. Now, obviously, genetics might come into play a little bit.
Right.
But nutrition prevails.
Like that,
so then they get corn, and next thing you know, they're an Iowa deer.
But wouldn't their bone structure still be the same?
That's what
you would think so. Like genetically, but they say that it's not genetics.
So if I took Jeremy at birth and brought him to my house, he won't be as big as me.
Well, maybe.
And that's genetic, you're saying. We're the same species.
No, I know. I'm just...
we're the same species.
Genetics prevail.
Like, so. Kind of one of those.
But like the skull size, like the mini skulls and stuff that they have, I think that would go
change.
Away. I think that would change.
But like Jeremy's bone structure wouldn't change. Just I fed him better. Right,
what do you got to eat there? Damn.
Hey, dude. My mom runs a diner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's something to think about.
But there's also I don't know what they're called, but there's...
That's what I always thought.
I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but the little tiny deer.
Yeah.
that is
That's a real thing.
There's this little tiny deer, and I'm sure it has a name.
Back in like the 70s and 80s, there was like a recognized subspecies in the Black Hills of whitetail, and they think that those interbreeded, and that's part of the reason.
They're
But
just little
they haven't
tiny
really
things.
been able to trace it because there's no more left.
Well, that's what Michigan says. They say they have a subspecies of deer too because they're all smaller than
That's
the
just an
Iowa deers.
excuse.
But they say that when it came to the relocation time frame, they're like, oh, they pulled deer from like the mountains and put them in Michigan because like southern Michigan has like, I think it's southern Michigan has like way bigger bucks.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, yeah, it's because we got fucked up in northern Michigan. By the relocation. That's what I've heard. I've heard that from like a bunch of different people from, or not a bunch, but other people from Michigan. They're like, yeah, we got fucked up north because the relocation.
Interesting.
In the southern Michigan had all the Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin deer like relocated down there. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know the deer
I think we got fucked by relocation too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You guys got fucked in relocation.
I don't know. I prefer
deer.
I prefer them. They're just really cool.
They are cool. And they're kind of hard to hunt, but like the rut in the hills is interesting. Like we've been out and rattled in like 8 bucks in one sit. Like
cranky little fucker.
But
yeah, they
a
are.
lot of times it's little bucks or whatever. You have to sort through a lot of them to find an age class deer. I mean, they have a lot harder life to get to maturity.
Yeah, it's true.
They're also hard
living
to judge
through winters and stuff.
120-inch deer on that little body looks pretty big.
Kind of like Texas. You see a trail cam picture and it's like, oh, that's 170, and somebody shoots it's 140.
Right.
Ground
Kinda
shrinkage is a real thing in the hills.
Yeah, take like 20 inches off your trail cam picture. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you get Euromon, it's kind of like, fuck.
Yeah. There was at least 190.
Yeah. I mean, they still
There's
get
some
there.
giants out there
A 190?
on a little tiny body. Just
Jeez.
insane looking.
I have a 170-inch set of sheds. Jeremy's killed 2 150s. I've killed 2 150s. But usually that's like
150 inches on a 120-pound body.
Yeah, they're cool.
Ridiculous. Or 130, whatever.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's a cool subspecies. We're calling it a subspecies.
Let's call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like an Iowa buck, and I'm like a Black Hills buck.
Yeah, it's pretty
All right.
true.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Like a West River, South Dakota buck.
okay.
Grass fed,
Plains guy.
but
Yeah.
not corn fed.
Long and lengthy. Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that animal is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Antelope.
Yeah.
Antelope? No. They got big butts, dude.
Yeah, big white ones.
Sorry, Travis.
It's okay. It's okay. Love it.
I do want to get into, too. So you're a politician now. So
Thought we were going to dodge that topic.
Politician.
First off, I don't have a political bone in my body, so that part we can get out of the way. But yes, to some level, I kind of am. But I like to think that I bridge the gap between politicians and wildlife. So basically, we don't want politicians running wildlife for our states. Look at Colorado; that's what's happening there.
Let's break down real quick. What are you doing?
I sit on the Game Fish and Parks Commission for South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's 8 of us, and we vote and make decisions for all sorts of different things: tag allocation, camping, the budget for wildlife management, fishing.
Are
so
all
on
of you
and so
guys like kind of like known? I mean, not known, but like avid outdoorsman, sportsman kind of thing, and that's who gets like because you're appointed, right?
appointed by the governor. Yep. So there's a mixture. I mean, the way it's a quasi judicial system, so it has to be broken up by different political parties, like to fairly represent the population of South Dakota. There has to be a mix of political parties, a mix of agricultural backgrounds. So basically, there has to be so many farmers and ranchers on there. And the whole idea is you want to make sure that they're representing the people of South Dakota fairly.
Yeah.
If you had 0 farmers or ranchers on there, that's a problem in a farming and ranching state. Yeah, and so like that's
there should be, but
the breakup of it. But they're all great people. They are all very passionate. Like I've got to know them all now, and there's some new ones that have just come on. But I feel like nobody that has no interest in hunting or fishing or camping or wildlife management, like they wouldn't do it if they had no interest in it, because that's all we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to have interest, even if maybe you're not like a full-blown outdoorsman, maybe your family is, maybe you care.
Gotcha.
And so it's not like they're necessarily all out hunting as many days as we are, but typically it's an older generation that gets appointed to something like that because they have more free time.
Mm.
And I just was at a point where it worked, and I got the call, and they asked if I was interested, and I went and had a couple little meetings. And
so, do you apply for it
so,
though?
No,
like, is just something that they called you and like,
yeah, yes.
Trav,
I think that they pay attention to like certain people that are like. So when I got the call, they had basically just told me that they had watched what I had done with Buckstorm and that I had handled myself professionally. For example, like,
so
when,
listen to Victory Drive.
Yeah, exactly. When somebody basically, like, I think what they were referring to is, if somebody like bad mouths you, how do you respond?
Yeah.
And like, I always took the high road.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's why
care.
they didn't pick
like,
me. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the
they called
day,
you just to say fuck off.
Probably.
Stop applying.
Usually, if you try to get on something like that, you won't. It just kind of falls in your lap. And I was not trying. It just kind of was this thing that happened. And I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to make a difference in the state to help rebound our deer population and so on. And it's just kind of a neat experience. And then, of course, you get people that think that it's a major conflict of interest that I'm a hunting guide. And
well, shouldn't you have hunting guides though to like
exactly
fairly represent?
I mean, you want
saying,
outdoorsmen, right? You want the people that are actually doing it. And of course, it would be a conflict if I was doing something to like better myself, like
right, yeah,
like, hey, I can't get any elk hunters, I need twice as many tags. But that's simply not the case. We're turning away 20, 30 hunters a year. So increase or decrease tags, it's not going to have an effect on our business.
Mm-hmm.
So if it ever did, I would withdraw myself from the vote just to ease people's minds, But at the end of the day, it's a really cool thing to be involved in this, go and participate in all the stakeholder groups when we're making decisions on elk and deer and antelope and all the things. I mean, we get to tour a lot of these different state parks that you might not see otherwise. And it's just a neat experience, that I wouldn't have ever foreseen coming. So I guess in theory, yes, there's some politics, but for the most part, it's cool because you get to talk to all these outdoorsmen and people call. Like I have numerous messages every single week, somebody calling. And a lot of times it's just misinformation. Like people read a news article and they don't know what's going on. And I tell them what's going on and they are like, oh, that makes sense. But that's just the media in today's world.
Yeah.
They don't portray it well. And a very eye-opening thing to anyone that's listening, get involved early because there's so many people that don't say a word until something is finalized. And I hear it time and time again. Why did they pass this? Blah, blah, blah. Or why did they do this? But you don't hear from anyone until it's done. Like you hear from certain people and you take what they say into consideration. But then like after a vote's over with and like we've approved something, all of a sudden you hear from 200 more. Well, if you were paying attention the last 3 months, I mean, these are all publicly broadcasted meetings. Mm-hmm. There's tons of information out there. There's agendas released before meetings, so on.
Well, and that's the issue though, too. There's like, whenever it comes to politics, you try to be like, I guess, a lot of politics, especially when it comes to like local and state politics.
Yeah.
You try to be nice and open and like, hey, we'll put it all out there so people can see what's happening. The issue is that it's the government and it's like it's like watching fucking paint dry.
Yep.
I want to sit here and watch this fucking meeting.
Yep.
But at the same time, like I don't want dumb shit to happen either.
Right.
Exactly. But it's a double-edged sword. Like I need to go live my life, but at the same time, like I don't want dumb shit to happen. But I also it's hard
for sure.
Like the government stuff is difficult to navigate, especially when it comes to like like fish and game. And there's so much because you guys only have you're not having meetings every day.
No. Once a month, there's a public meeting.
There's a lot of shit on the agenda every single month.
Yeah, it's a day and a half.
So like if it's like 95% of the stuff, the agenda items that you're seeing is like cool. Don't really give a shit. Like, that's fine.
Mhm.
But I do care about this one thing. You have to sit through quite a bit.
Yeah, and you don't know when you're going to get there. Yeah, I totally get it. And that's why most states all have different organizations. Like, so like South Dakota Bow Hunters Association in South Dakota, they follow specifically bow hunting information.
Yeah.
They follow everything. But when you're involved in a group like that, you don't necessarily have to pay as much attention because their newsletter will tell you what's going on.
That's right.
And so I think it's more important to be involved in those organizations because they send lobbyists to these meetings and they relay the info of what their members are saying. So instead of following these whole ordeals and forming your own opinions, it's good to be part of those different groups
100%.
and doing your part to, keep things going smoothly in your state. Because last thing you want is like what Colorado's doing right now. We refer to as ballot box biology.
Yeah.
And that's what you don't want in your state because that will destroy wildlife.
Well, there's just so many yuppies in the cities that don't get it, kind of thing. And their voice should be heard too. But when it comes to
should it?
Well,
I'm kidding.
You're not allowed to say that, Travis.
Most things, most things, like, I guess their voice should be heard too. But like when it comes to stuff that is never going to affect them, they shouldn't have their vote shouldn't be weighted as much as other people's votes should be.
Right.
I
agree.
Like when it comes to wolves specifically, it's like the ranchers and the outdoorsmen, their votes should be weighted way more heavily than someone living in Denver.
Yep.
That's never left it.
But
never left Denver. They don't know
more
what's going on
people
out
like
there.
that.
They see the mountains. They're like, cool.
Yep.
There should be wolves out there. But then the guys that live in the mountains, they're like, no, there shouldn't be.
Right.
I have fucking cattle and we got to feed America, motherfucker. We can't have wolves ravaging our
food,
our cattle.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
But I want to see one once in my life and take a photo of it.
Go to Alaska.
Amen.
There's plenty there.
Amen. Amen.
This is one of those things where it's like, the ballot box biology does not make sense. And like, that would be hard. That would be the hard thing, especially like trying to round up the troops to make a difference in this kind of stuff is like nearly impossible.
Right.
Unless you're involved in a very large organization. But then you get into like other stuff where like sometimes these organizations aren't necessarily out for everyone's best interest either. So you have the bow hunting associations and you have the whatever else association, and you have BHA that's like doing whatever they do, and like TRCP that's doing whatever they do. And it's like, I care about a lot of this stuff, but like BHA, they're good on land access, but they're bad on like other things,
right.
like gun rights and stuff like that. Like they don't really give a fuck. But there's no group that's like that does all of it, because if they did all of it, then all the little niches would get watered down.
Right.
So it's like, but I also don't want to be a part of BHA and a part of TRCP and a part of the fucking whatever else is going on.
It's tough.
So it's like, you really got to piece together, but you also, if you're going to care, you have to try.
Yep.
You do have to try, because otherwise you're going to have wolves in states that maybe we shouldn't have wolves in.
Exactly.
And stuff like that. So.
Well, and that's kind of why I did it, is I'm like, maybe I can make a difference. And I stay very unbiased. Like I go with what the people are saying and what the biologists are telling us, not my own opinion, because I'm not there to represent myself. And so that's what's kind of neat about the whole position, is you have to stay very open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really look at the big picture, you see that the sportsmen and the outdoorsmen of the state are very, very similar-minded.
Yeah.
In almost every scenario.
Well, the sportsmen,
they just all want the opportunity.
As hunters, it's pretty easy. It's like, we want a healthy, balanced population to hunt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Iowa, it's like, I don't need a rampant population of deer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I want a healthy population, because for one, it gets in the whole biology thing where it's like, if you have too many does and not enough bucks, then the bucks get run down and the quality of buck goes down, right? So you have to shoot does and you have to shoot bucks. You have to manage it in a certain way. And, it's like, as hunters, you just want a healthy population of animals to hunt.
Exactly.
It's like, but how to get there? It's like, I don't know. I'm just a hunter.
Right.
You know, that's why you have the biologists and all those other things making the decisions and doing the things that they do. And you just kind of gotta, and we're living in a society right now where trust in institutions is at an all-time low. There's certain things where it's like, you know, like I feel like in most states, not every state, like Minnesota, they're fucked, whatever. but like in most states, I feel like the biologists and everything else, like they do make good decisions and they do the research and they're making educated decisions on what to do going forward. It's whether or not the politicians listen.
Right.
And that's where guys like you come in, where it's like, hey,
exactly,
biologist, politician,
bridge
decision.
the gap. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. It's 100% true. And most states manage to this day on the North American model of wildlife conservation. And that's one thing that like every single person should read, because that's what makes everything make sense. Like, and I don't know all the principles off the top of my head, but you know, it's like commercialized hunting, for example. Like you should never manage for commercialized hunting. Like basically the sale of wild game meat cannot be allowed because that will lead to mass destruction of wildlife. Right. Things like that. Principles
unless it's in a closed off ranch, where it's a privately owned animal, not necessarily like a wild animal,
which is out of the state's hands, you know. And so there's a lot of good models, and those were created like back in the early 1900s, if I remember right. And they still hold true today. And that's what most of the states place their management plan interests off of, is those main principles. And then there's a million different branches underneath there, but they still hold true. I mean, way back then, there was people that cared enough to try to manage their wildlife population. So it's pretty cool. Like when you look back, like there's really no reason to even amend those ones that are still there, because they still all make sense.
Yeah. Well, and I think it might, I don't know, it might even be before that when they did it. Was it the early 1900s? It might have been right around there.
I think it was like 1890 or 90.
Yeah.
Like real early is when that first was released.
Just look up when the Boone and Crockett Club started. That's pretty much when wildlife conservation kind of started. Exactly. Right around that time frame. But yeah, I mean, like Teddy Roosevelt, he was obviously instrumental in all of wildlife that you see across America. Honestly, like in the state of Iowa, my grandpa, he never hunted deer because he's like, there's no deer. That's in the state of Iowa, dude. You know what I mean?
That's
and then
crazy.
all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they just blew up. But they were slowly but surely starting to like establish themselves, and they found their areas they need to be in, then they exploded and they thrived, right? But like my grandpa never hunted deer because they weren't around. He hunted like rabbits and shit.
Right.
They're abundant, you know. But there wasn't a whole lot of deer when he was growing up, like at all. And even when my dad, like in the 80s, it was in Iowa you could hunt. It was a buck only tag. That's all you could shoot was a buck. So that was in the 80s. So even as far back as like as soon as the 80s went, it's like there wasn't that many deer because they were only shooting bucks.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes time, and it took. Sure. So we're talking like in the 80s, from the late 1800s, early 1900s to the 1980s for the state of Iowa specifically to like boom, I guess, in the 90s. Right, because that's kind of when the whitetail boom kind of happened in Iowa.
Even in the Black Hills, it's like when our dads were younger hunting.
Oh yeah,
so much different now. I mean, they'd shoot 110-inch deer, and that'd be a wall mounter. My dad still has one on the wall. It's just tiny. And it
giant though.
I think that was in '89 when my brother was born. I remember. And it's like back then it was a giant. He went and mounted it. I think it's a 92-inch deer or something like that. And now it's like there's 190s running around out there. So they were doing something right.
Well, and the biggest shift, I feel like, so back then there was habitat galore, natural habitat, because there was way less subdivision of land. And so there was tons of habitat, just whether you created it or not, it was there. And in today's world, things are shifting into a point where habitat's becoming vitally important because all this land's been divided up. It's getting developed. The populations are growing. We're losing habitat. And so I feel like in today's world, one of the most important things for wildlife management as a whole is habitat. and creating more habitat, because we have less and less land for them to live on, and it's going to continue to trend that way. And so the land that we have needs to be better to support them.
Yeah. I see that kind of in my instance too, where it's like, I guess like when it comes to like gun rights, you try to put yourself in the minds of like the founders, right? When they're writing the Constitution, the Bill of Rights and stuff like that. It's like, why did they write the Second Amendment, and why do we have gun rights today?
Yep.
And trying to get people to understand the mindset of what created the groundwork, laid the groundwork for America as a whole today. Kind of same thing with wildlife conservation, where it's like,
Yep.
you're trying to put people today in the minds of late 1800s Americans trying to protect this resource and keep it abundant and, easily accessible for the common man, right?
Yep.
In America. Because as far as I know, we're the only country in the world that manages wildlife the way it's managed. And it's the best.
Yep.
Like, America is a fucking amazing country, the best country in the world.
Yep.
And we've done a lot of things right, but it wasn't from us. So we have to take people today and make them understand what they were seeing back then and why it's important.
Right.
That's what's hard, because every single day that goes on, we're getting further and further and further removed away from the days where they're making those decisions, right?
Yep.
And it's really hard to put people in that mindset.
Exactly.
Like, this is what they were seeing, and this is where it's going to lead if we fuck this up.
Mm-hmm.
And then science comes along and it's like a double-edged sword, because you have all this extra data. But at the end of the day, the principles were founded and everybody had the same thing in mind. So now it's like, use the best available science to manage your wildlife, because we have all this technology, we have all these resources, we have all these projects and science-based studies that have been done. And so it's almost easier now to manage wildlife than it would have been back then, because there were so many unknowns.
We can fly drones and see how many animals we have out there.
Yep.
Dude, it's like,
and so you can make changes, you can see them working, you can see what doesn't work. And so that's trial by error. And there's always those variables that are impossible to control. Weather, disease, the things that smash populations that are unmanageable currently. But fast forward 20, 30 years, they might be manageable. Like, there might be a way to curb EHD. Like, there's already some studies that show different ways you can help, but there might be who knows? Like, hard saying, there might be somebody might genetically design a plant that makes them immune to it. You never know.
Right.
That's where we're heading.
Yeah. No, that's true. And you're absolutely right. The technology is insane right now, and we do have it a lot easier than they did back in the 1800s, or 1900s, when it comes to managing. But it's like, it's the hardest part is getting people to care, and not necessarily. It's not hard to get hunters to care. It's easy to get. I feel like it's easy to get a hunter to care from your own state, but it's hard to get hunters from other states to care about your state.
Yep.
Right.
It does take it's a national thing. And it's even harder to get people that don't hunt to care as much as you do. And when you start associating like ballot box biology, like you were saying earlier, you're like bringing in voters from areas that have nothing to do with any of this stuff.
Yep.
And I don't know, in my opinion, their vote shouldn't really count in that instance. It's like, that's why you have biologists. Like, the average voter shouldn't count when it comes to that kind of stuff.
And I think that's why a lot of these states formed commissions. They all structure them a little differently, but that was part of the reason that it happened, is they want wildlife people making wildlife decisions.
Right.
People passionate about the resource making the decision about the resource.
But in reality, it's the politicians that do make the decisions for their constituents. And if you have influential politicians that get into certain offices, they do make the decisions for their constituents that have nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the tough part. You have Mike Lee in Utah that has other people, and he's a Republican, and I'm more right leaning than I am left. But it's like, he's a Republican, and he's out there being like, we need to sell public land.
Yeah.
We don't need this much land. I go, we have all this land.
Yeah.
All this land. We shouldn't just hold on to that. Government shouldn't hold on to land. It's like, I am anti-government for the most part.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like that kind of stuff, it's like, if you put it in private land hands, like they're going to do private things with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like government is unfortunately the necessary evil. And that's like I said, when I say I'm not a politician, that's why I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't need more politicians making decisions for wildlife. We need fewer. And so if I can be one of them that makes a small difference even, that's good enough.
Yeah.
So,
and we all bitch about him. Like I bitch about him plenty.
Oh, yeah.
So does everybody else. But it's like the only time that this kind of stuff changes is when good people get into offices or positions that matter. You know what I mean? Like our voice matters to an extent, but at the end of the day, it's like, who do you put in charge?
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Sure.
It really does. It really does matter. Like it is a necessary evil, like you said.
Yeah.
And it does matter in a lot of instances. And it's like, no, the government does suck, but at the same time, like you kind of need it because what are we left with if we don't have it?
Right.
It's fucking
guns.
Not pretty. Well, you need a lot of guns. You need a lot of guns in that instance, But anyways, I appreciate you guys coming in. I don't want to steal your entire night. I think we've been going on for a while now too, which is great.
2.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's been fun, man.
Yeah, it's been fun, dude.
Thanks for having us on.
Awesome setup.
Yeah.
I love what you guys are doing. This is so cool.
Thank you.
I mean,
Love it.
it doesn't feel like we are in a trailer right now. It feels like we're in a legitimate studio, like in an office building. So
Cool.
you did
Thanks,
good.
man.
It's awesome.
Appreciate it. It's a lot more comfortable in here than it was
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got a cool evening. We're still figuring out. This is their first long haul with this. We've gone we went to Kansas and Arkansas, but this is our like countryside haul. So it's been a learning experience. It's been great.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cool. And it doubles as like a really good hunting camp trailer.
I know. Right?
Hell yeah.
We talked about that before too. It's kind of like,
I want to clean after that.
yeah, we get pretty dirty.
That would be tough.
I've
Yeah,
seen.
we get pretty dirty.
Have somebody else bring one too and just bring it to record.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll bring it to camp, but we are going to stay outside of it.
Yes. Good call.
We're not going to have anybody having dirty pop or bad pop and freaking harping in the bathroom.
There's
Yeah.
no carpet. It'll be fine.
There's carpet.
Well, I guess this is
You're on
pretty easy to
carpet,
rip
Jeremy.
off and throw away.
You can pressure wash that.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in, boys. Appreciate it.
thank you for
Yeah, it's
having
always
us.
good seeing you guys. So.